Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. People, community, RHAP. Hello, hello. If you can hear me, please throw something in the chat so I know that it is live. Otherwise, I am talking to myself and looking a little bit unhinged as a result. But hello, welcome to RHAP Game Night. It is the one and only me, Pooya Zanvikili, in the role of enhanced spectator. I am just you. You are just me. We are both the same. All I have the capability of doing is the power to do this, where I can bring the game in and bring the game out. Otherwise, Grace, of course, is your lovely host and storyteller today. And we've got a lovely crew here to play this game. This is my first time ever watching a game of Blood on the Clocktower. I was brought in because of my impeccable reads in games such as Mafia and Goose Goose Duck. So I'm going to be watching with y'all. And then when they go to sleep, that's when we party. They go to bed, our party gets started. We can start talking a little bit. Of course, I would love if you can engage in the chat. Let's speculate together. I was offered the opportunity to know who is what role ahead of time once they get to know their roles, if it would help with the commentary. I said, no, thank you, Grace. I want to go in blind. I want to figure it out with y'all together, and we'll have a good time with it. Now, first things first. Yes, Doom Tribe, this is live. First things first. I'm the realist. No, I would like to put something in the bottom as a banner for y'all so that you can see something that we are going to need, or you could refer to throughout this broadcast, because we are playing at least a game tonight. We'll see how many we end up doing. If you in your browser put this website, robswebsite.com/BOTC rolls, Blood on the Clocktower rolls, BOTC rolls, you should be able to get a sheet with all the roles that are going to be available in the game. Now, there is a lot more roles than there are players. There's going to be more roles than there are players. Therefore, they're not going to have all the roles in use. That's where we come in as speculators, because we're not going to really know what's going to be happening. Someone just said, let's see. He said, I have no idea what this is, but very excited to see how it's done. Well, two things. The good thing about social deduction games is that even if you don't know the rules, it's a good time because the people make it work. The people are really the bread and butter. They are the seasoning. They're everything that adds that pizzazz that a game regular might not deliver. That's one. Two, we're learning together. So if you feel like, oh, I'm a little bit out of my depths here, don't worry. We're on the same page because I also am experiencing this for the first time. So that little link in the bottom that's been moving the last couple minutes, that is where you can find the same sheet I am looking at. Do we know if any of the players have played before? If I was to venture a guess, I'm going to go ahead and say that I think Jordan Kalish has. I think everyone else is fresh meat. And I'm not talking about the challenge. So it'll be fun. We'll see how this goes. I want to play this game for a while, and I will finally get to next month at an event. Hey, there we go. There we go, Alvina. That's good. That's good. Yeah, there's a lot of roles. So key things here, audience. Key things here to look at. Actually, can I put this over here and then quickly switch my screen? I think I can. So let's look at the sheet together real quick, okay? Boom. Hello, sheet. Key things here. And you can follow my mouse ticker if you need to. If you are an audio listener, I will still read it out to you so you're fine. My mouse is bugging a little bit. Oh, it really is. Anyway, the last role you see at the very bottom, the imp, I've been told that is kind of like your mafia / your imposter / your duck role. That is the person that is going to be doing the murdering. They're the bad one. They need to get voted out for the townsfolk to win. Okay. However, the demon, aka the imp, is going to have a minion on their team. Those are the 4 roles you see above the demon. These roles can be the poisoner, the spy, the scarlet woman, and the baron. So one of these roles is going to be in the game as well. That person, if they die, that's bad for the imp, but the imp still has a shot of winning. The traitor. Perfect, Dolores. We're on the same page. Boom. Then Then here's a couple extra stuff that I want to put out there for you. There are outsiders. These are your neutrals. These are the ones that are not part of the townsfolk. They've kind of got their own little thing going on. Okay. There's a couple of those roles available as well. Now I have to ask and confirm how many outsiders are going to be in this. I'm not 100% sure on that. I may have missed that memo. So there's that. Then the townsfolk, as you can see, there's way more townsfolk. These are the geese. These are the town. These are the regulars of the show. Okay. Then one other piece of caveat that you're going to get, and I'll quickly then swap over to the game because it's about to start. The imp, aka the demon, will be told 3 roles that are not in the rotation so that they can lie about the role effectively, because no one can counterclaim a role they put out because that role is not in the game for anybody else. They're going to know these 3 roles. I believe the demon is also going to know those roles as well. There we go. All right. Outsiders on the good side. And still, but gotcha. They're probably like the drunk will hurt themselves. That's perfect. Good to know, everybody. I'm being told Grace is ready to go, so I'm just gonna switch it over to Grace now, and we'll get it going. Okay. I hope you had fun with me, but moving on from here on out, I'll see you at nighttime. Good night, everybody. All right, Grace. All right, Grace. We are ready for you. If you are ready for us.
Oh, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for everything.
Let's do it.
We're here playing Blood on the Clocktower. I'm very excited. Thank you, Pooya. Pooya will be our gracious host for the evening. Let me quickly go around and introduce who we have playing here today. First, Taran Armstrong. Taran, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Very excited to play. Very confused, but we're gonna make it work.
We'll make it work. Maggie Morgan is here. Maggie, how you doing?
I'm doing great. You know, I'm not confused at all because I'm just going to be so good at this game. I can feel it.
Perfect. Aysha Welch is here. Aysha, hi.
Hello. I'm very excited to be here. This is the highlight of my day, so I can't wait to play.
I'm excited. Jenny Autumn is here. Hi, Jenny.
Hello. I have, as usual, have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm happy to be here and I'm excited.
Just for the audience listening, I do send them all the rules before we play.
That's what confused me.
I'm a learn by do kind of
see.
gal, so
sometimes I send a video, a how-to video.
After a game, I might know.
Yeah. The Podfather himself, Rob Cesternino. Rob, how you doing?
Doing great. I'm so excited that we're going to get to save the Clocktower tonight.
Yeah, I heard you talking about maybe doing Back to the Future on the Rob and Josh show. That's about saving the Clocktower, I believe.
Yes. It got struck by a bolt of lightning and hasn't been working since. But tonight we can change history and save the Clocktower.
That's what this game is all about, saving the Clocktower. Mari Ford this year. Mari, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I thought we were here to slay demons. That's what I'm here for. So I'm ready and willing and can't wait.
So I think hopefully some demons will be slayed. Jason Reed is here. Jason, how you doing?
Grace, I'm doing great. I just want to apologize in advance, whoever is on my team, for messing this up. I'm so sorry. I just want to let y'all know that just out front.
And Sasha Joseph is here. Sasha, how you doing?
So ready. Chaos is here, baby. Can't wait.
Perfect. And finally, Jordan Kalish is here. Jordan, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Grace. They've called my version of Mafia on steroids. This is like Mafia on steroids. I'm very excited to get into it.
Oh, the Aaron Judge?
The Pete Alonso.
The Lance Armstrong, yes.
Hey, if Aaron Judge was on steroids, he wouldn't be out for over a month.
That's true.
Fair enough. All right.
Grace,
we are playing.
Real quick,
Yes?
I have a question.
Yes.
Just to get it a little bit ahead of this. Is there a time amount for like the daytime? Should I get a timer going for the audience?
If you want to get you could. I was gonna. They say to just sort of go with it.
I love that.
Time.
Let's just go with it. Let's go with the flow.
Let's go with it. We'll see how it goes. I probably will set like some timers, but I'm not going to hold us to it. We'll see how the game
sounds
flows.
good.
Okay, so we're playing Blood on the Clocktower. We have 9 players tonight. And let me just read a little bit of the preamble. A long time ago in the sleepy town of RHAP's Wood Bluff, during a hellish thunderstorm, with the stroke of midnight, a scream echoes down the vine-covered stones of its twisting alleyways. The startled townsfolk rush to the town square to investigate and find that the local storyteller, I'm going to say Pooya, has been murdered. Their body impaled on the hour hand of the town clock, blood dripping onto the cobblestones below. Curiosity turns to fear as it soon becomes obvious to all that a demon is on the loose, killing by night and taking on human form by day. So each day, you townsfolk are going to have some information, but all while you're doing that, there are minions and demons spreading lies, confusing, trying to sabotage the identity of the fiend. So before we actually went live, folks are going to get, you either got a red token or a blue token. The blue tokens are the good people. They were townsfolks or outsiders. These are people, if you're a townsfolk, you have a role that is ultimately, hopefully helpful to the town if you use it wisely. If you're an outsider, you have a role that might be a little bit more difficult to help the town. But alas, you are on the good team. You would like the blue team, the townsfolk, the good people to win. There is one demon in the game. They are the imp. They're going to get to pick who dies at night. They also got 3 bluffs. They got 3 roles that are not anybody. Nobody has these roles, and they're going to be able to bluff as them. And then there is one of their minions, one of the 4 minion roles in the game. I believe Pooya outlined these roles earlier. They're on the evil team. They're trying to help the imp win. The town wins if they eliminate the imp from the game, the demon from the game, and the imp, the evil team wins if they are at least half of the players left in the game. There is a day phase where you're going to talk and people can nominate someone. You only get 1 nomination per day, but you can vote as many times as you would like. And we're going to go basically in order and see if you want to vote that person to be executed. You have to, for someone to be executed, they have to have at least half the number of alive people. So in 9, 5 people would have to vote for them. And they also have to have the most number of votes because multiple people can be nominated, and the person who has the most votes gets eliminated. A little confusing, but we'll go through it as we're going. During the night, people are going to use mostly their abilities. People are going to die or not. We'll see when you wake up in the morning. All right. Also, for the sake of this game, folks at home, you might know that in the in-person game, people are free to whisper and go down into other rooms and chat. We're going to keep everything in this room. The only difference that we've made to the rules is that the imp and their minion have already got the bluff rolls that are out in the game. All right. Are there any questions from our 9 players before we begin? Oh, I guess I missed one other thing. If you die, you probably will die. Most of you will die. That's okay. Death is not the end of your game.
Oh.
You still participate in the day phase. You can talk as much as you want. You are an active player in the game. You're just a ghost. You could probably stick your hand through your chest or whatever. You're alive. You're not alive. You're dead, but you're around. You're a ghost. And you get 1 revenge vote later in the game. So while people who are alive get to vote as many times as they want, as soon as you're dead, you only have 1 remaining vote left to use during the course of the game. So use it wisely. You still win if you die. You still win if your team wins. If you if you're good or bad. So the other important thing is that there's a lot of information in this game. Some of it might be wrong. If you are the drunk or if you are poisoned, you are probably getting false information at night. And from me, and I'm actively some of it might be drunk, wrong. or you're if you poisoned. are the drunk or if you are poisoned, if you are the drunk, you're you actually getting false information. Don't know that you're the drunk. You got another from me token. You got told some of another it might be role. wrong. You're actually not. If you are the drunk or if you are poisoned, you are the any other questions before we begin?
Yes, I do have a question. So,
Yes.
all the nighttime phase stuff, it'll just be us direct messaging you,
Yeah.
Grace?
Yes, I will direct message. I will give you your information. I am the storyteller. Pooya is our host tonight. I'm the storyteller, so I will be giving you the information needed for the game. Maggie, you have a question?
Yeah. Do you want us to turn off our cameras then at nighttime?
At nighttime, that would be great, just so people
Okay.
don't see who might be typing and such. And make sure you mute and turn off your cameras at night. But Jenny has a question.
I just want to reconfirm no using of the direct messages.
Correct.
As everything is speaking out in the open verbally.
Correct. As I said, like in the in-person version of this game, or even if we were playing this just as friends, not doing it live for the lovely RHAP audience, I would completely let you go and like be chatting on Facebook privately. The key there is like if Taran and somebody else was to go off, you would be able to see that. In an online version, you can't tell that someone's chatting. We're just going to keep everything in the public sphere. In the future, if we could figure out a way to make those conversations visible for the RHAP audience,
Grace,
we'll try that. But for now, everything is public. Pooya.
As my warm body starts turning cold because I was invited here to be murdered immediately,
That's right.
I have a question from the RHAP
Yes.
audience.
Yes.
They are asking about a neighbor order. a seating order? Is this a thing we are using? And if so, can you explain it a little more?
Yes, that's
Seeding,
a good question.
baby.
So
Jordan, please.
okay, so I am going to my order on my screen is I'm going to move my order so that it matches what people are seeing on the StreamYard, which I think is now correct. Let me just switch something.
Today I learned you can move the squares.
You sure can. So for people who are, if you're watching, I'm basically imagining like the circle is like Maggie, Taran, Aysha, Jenny, Rob, Jason, Sasha, Jordan, Mari, and then back to Maggie. So there is a role. For example, you get to know if the people beside you might be evil. You'll just know the number, not who it is. But so, for example, if that role went to Rob, I would be giving information about Jenny and Jason. I'm going to
give us that order one more
Yeah.
time, Grace.
Could you put it in the chat?
Gonna need that.
Could you put
I
it in the chat for us?
So
Grace?
it's
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Yes, it is.
Thank you.
As I'm typing it out, Maggie, Taran, Aysha, Jenny, Rob, Jason, Sasha, Jordan, and Mari. And the thing that might happen for the audience watching at home, this kind of will be confusing. If people turn off their cameras and come back, they might appear in a different order. So, Pooya, if you have that, you might be able to do. I know.
I'm gonna copy paste this so I can on the fly fix it. It's all good.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. Any otother questions for me? Jason. has a
Grace.
question.
So
Yes.
when you use the word neighbor when you're talking to us, like in the nighttime, that'll be who
Yes.
is right next to us in this order, right?
In this order, yes.
Okay.
Correct.
To the right, not to the left, right?
I think
It
it's
goes
always
to the
next
right,
each
but
other.
also you're it's like the left hand. It's two people beside you.
Gotcha.
Who are you
so for
surrounded
me,
by?
yeah. So
Yes.
sorry, Jenny. For me, would it Grace? For me, would it be Jenny and Taran like
It's
this?
actually
Mari
no,
and
because you have a
Taran.
different view
Me and
than
Taran.
I. So it's on my screen and on the screen that everybody's watching at home. You're beside Taran, and you're the first person, so you're kind of also technically beside Mari. I know this is
Okay.
Move
confusing.
back
Yeah.
to the end. Yeah.
Yeah, back to
And
the
we
end.
don't know which side when you are referring to a neighbor. It could be either side.
If your role is about a neighbor, I'm only going to give you a number. That's how many people beside you are evil.
Minesweeper.
Beauty.
You don't know which one. Yeah. Any other questions before we begin? Well, then officially, it is the first day phase. We found Pooya dead, and I'm going to give you some time on the board just to chat. Yeah, I would say generally the rule book says you shouldn't reveal your roles in the first round. I've given, and that's mostly because the imps, the evil players don't have their bluffs. I already gave them their bluffs, so you're free to do whatever you want in this phase, and you can choose to nominate someone, or you don't have to nominate anybody. But you all are free to discuss, and I'm going to let you chat in the town square for a few minutes.
No, who killed Pooya?
Not Pooya.
I'll never understand which one of you did that.
Oh, darn.
It was not very less than two of you, whoever did that.
Can somebody text Allie Lasher and find out if we should kill somebody the first night or abstain? That would be helpful.
Yes.
So if there,
Do we even go to night if we don't kill somebody?
Oh.
I think the round ends when there's a vote. I'm not sure if that's true, but I think
Grace
that might
said
be
there'd
true.
be a timer, right?
So
Well,
I
she
mean,
said if there's
I'm not really doing a timer. I'm
Oh,
gonna you can
We're
nominate.
freeballing.
We're
There
vibing.
doesn't have to be a vote in the there doesn't have to be a vote in any
Oh,
round. Nobody can
okay.
nominate anybody at any point. And you could all just let the imp kill whoever they want.
But
Or
when
you
will that
can-
happen?
But when will it be night?
When
When
I
we
think
say
that
it.
When
you've
you
sufficiently-
want
Don't
it.
tell us.
Got
Yeah,
it.
I'm the
Grace
storyteller.
decides
Telling
the
a
night.
magnificent
Yes,
story. So.
yes.
Yes.
Grace is the god here. She
We're the
determines when it's
NPC.
night
When
day.
she gets
Got
bored,
it.
she says, "All right, that's
Yeah.
enough."
We should just be
Storyteller.
mute if we want it to be night.
Hmm.
If you
So-
want it to be night already, I am more
No,
than happy for you to let it be
absolutely
night.
not, because I don't want to die. No. I-
So if the danger of telling people your role is that you'll get killed if it's a good role,
By
and the
the end.
outsiders have bad roles, does that mean the outsiders might want to reveal their role so that we know what they are and we have more information if it's a bad role?
I think if the outsiders, so I have played this game a long time ago. I played pre-COVID. I do remember that it was really bad to reveal the roles early on. I don't remember if it was a good idea for the outsiders to do it. I do think it's probably less dangerous than if you have like a powerful town role. But I think also if there's a drunk in the game, you might not even
Right.
know what your role is.
Well, that was the thing, right? So if there's a drunk and we tell people if we're outsiders, then we might be able to see that there's only one
Because
outsider being
we know
revealed.
we know
Therefore,
there's two outsiders.
somebody's probably a drunk.
That might not be a bad idea.
I would assume like the drunk is probably not going to be told they're like the imp, right? Like I feel like that's probably
They're not the
given
imp.
that look.
They're not
No,
the
Yeah.
they can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're
They
given
wouldn't
the
be
wrong role, right?
Yeah.
So, but they're
Yeah.
not going to be given like a role.
I'm not
where
going to
they're
give them a
Yeah,
role
I
that's
think
in
the imp.
game.
Yeah.
I think the imp
Yeah.
would have to know that. They're the
Mhm.
imp. Oh,
Yeah.
they have a role that we don't know about. That's not in the game.
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
so yeah,
It's not a real role.
I see.
Mhm.
Interesting.
So does anybody have a role, particularly an outsider role, that they'd like to claim?
I'm scared.
I know.
I personally
scared.
don't think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
the other thing that we could find out early on, I don't think that I think there is a case to be made for the outsiders. Obviously, the townspeople should not reveal what our roles are. But I think if there's anyone who has information that you get like when the game starts, I don't know if you need to reveal what that information is because that could kind of give away your role. But you could maybe if you have information or if you're an information getting role, maybe that's something that would be useful. But if it's not useful, then don't do that. I'm just saying that it could be.
Jordan,
But
do
would
you
it
want to know
be-
what information I have?
I mean,
I am-
is it helpful? Is it
I
helpful
think it's
now?
extremely helpful.
Yeah,
I am
okay.
between Asia and Rob. That is the information I have.
Between Asia-
I don't know. Maybe you also have that information, but that is like it's pretty key information for me.
I have zero information
I'm,
right now,
I'm
except for-
also next to Rob,
crying.
so
Mhm.
I'm not, unfortunately.
Now I have to look at the
Alright.
list of roles and see what you might be.
Does somebody have information already? Is it that before the game, but like there are good guys that have information?
Yes.
There are some roles that would have been given information when you
Okay.
found out.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Do you get? Yeah. Yeah.
I
oh
do
yeah, there are
think
two roles.
that when I said to Terrence's question, I'm scared to I do think perhaps that's not information.
Maggie, are you outing yourself already?
Mag-
Well, I don't know, but I'm not outing myself as anything specific, but I don't know. I'm stressed now. I shouldn't have done that.
Do we want to talk like
So
maybe
lost. Okay,
openly
please.
about I don't know
Some sus.
because obviously no. Well, I was gonna say we could talk about the
Mari's
roles.
ready.
Right.
Or you start killing.
At this point,
Like obviously we're not like the list of roles we were given, we weren't given like obviously not every single role is going to be represented here because it's
Yeah.
more roles than people. But like
Right.
should we discuss whether there's like something particularly helpful that I don't know. Like is that a helpful way to start going through
So-
this?
having a
so-
helpful conversation would be helpful.
Yeah. For
so
sure.
looking
Who knew?
at the roles, there are 3 roles that would be a particular help to us right this very second without going to a nighttime phase.
Mhm.
That's the washerwoman role because you start knowing one of 2 players are townfolk. The librarian, you will know if one of 2 players is an outsider. Grace, correct me if I'm wrong. Does that mean the washerroom woman would get like 2 players' names and you'll say and they'll have to know that one of those 2 people are townfolk?
Correct.
So what
Gotcha.
Jenny
And you
said,
get
so
that
yeah,
day one?
Jenny or the
Yes.
investigator. So Jenny's one of those 3 roles, and she has 50-50 information which means one of the people she picked is, but it's so many different things. It's either townsfolk, outsider, or minion. So
Yeah.
we don't. I mean, Jenny knows obviously more than we do right now if she's telling the truth.
That
or
is
if she's not the drunk.
one of the like most wrong things that anyone has
that-
ever said about me, that I know more things than anyone.
Is that only?
Yeah,
Sorry. Is that
currently-
only?
currently
I'm
in
just
this
trying
game,
to
it's
facilitate.
time.
Currently in this game, it's true.
Discussion.
Right.
you're telling the
same
truth, it's
question,
currently
Maggie.
true.
If you start with information, do you continue to gather information, or is that it for the game for you?
Yeah. Great question.
Sorry,
Oh,
can you
that's a
repeat the
good one.
question?
So if you're like, say, the washerwoman, you start knowing one of 2 players is a particular townsfolk. Do you get to then do that every night, or is that it?
No, that's it.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
So
then
if you
tell
We
us.
should save that. probably.
Yeah,
started
just
with
let us
information, there's
know.
not a lot
Yeah.
of reason to
Your
hold it back,
usefulness
I
is
think.
done. Like
I didn't. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Jenny,
Yeah.
did you say something about me and Asia, or you just said
I
you were
said
but you were
I was-
sitting in between us?
I was
what you
making a
said.
joke that
Yes,
I'm
yes.
sitting between
Oh.
you. Like, that was me.
Yeah, I don't know
That
why.
was-
I got you,
It's the
Jenny.
Kayla's
baseline
took it to you.
information
I
we
got
were
you.
given.
That whole thing was a
I
joke.
breaking the
Yes.
ice a bit. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh,
She was
I thought.
saying that
so.
she has no information.
Sometimes-
The only information is
I thought that
what
you got
I
two
nominate we
names
kill
of-
Jordan.
How am I supposed to know that that's a joke? That could be useful information.
So if anyone is a washerwoman, librarian, investigator, or chef, right? Chef, start knowing how many evil
Mhm.
players, how many pairs of evil players. What does that mean?
That means
What does
people next to
start
each other. So
knowing
two
mean?
people next to each other would be a.
Okay, that's where the order
one.
comes
That
in.
would be a 1.
And none of those
How many
pl-
pairs of
players get
evil
more
players there
information,
are?
so there's no reason to keep it. Well, maybe some reason, but
Start
like
knowing.
with no other information, we probably want to know that information now. Because then there's no reason to kill you because you're not going to get more information necessarily, unless they just want to kill you. to
Are
kill
the
you.
evil players next to each other? Is that a
Well, that's
thing?
what the chef might know.
If
Right.
they were,
Not
they would know that.
necessarily.
If they got a 1, they would know that they were next to each other.
What? Wait, can you?
Wait,
If
what do
they
you
got a
mean?
1,
If there's one pair, if there's like two people next to each other that are evil, the chef would find out that there's two people sitting next to each other that are evil.
oh right.
Since
okay.
there's only
Oh.
two
Could
bad
be
guys,
two
yes,
there's
pairs,
only
right?
yeah,
There's only
yeah.
two.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's probably a more useful role when there's like more bad guys in the game.
So
Yeah.
wouldn't the chef not be of use at all in this if we are playing with only 2 baddies?
Well, if they're next to each other, the chef would know, and if not,
Oh, it's not so much. Okay, because it says
and it probably gets worse
how
as time goes
many.
on because people will be eliminated, and then.
I will also
guess
say
it's
that there
member.
are rules
But like your
there where
information
people
is
might end
stagnant,
up
so like yeah,
being seen as evil rather than good, or vice versa.
Hmm.
The recluse, for example, is a outsider, but will show up as evil for the purpose of anybody's roles.
Mhm.
Okay.
even for the bad people. So the recluse is like a what are they called in Goose Goose?
Oh, like a mimic.
Mimic, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Chat is probably making fun of us.
I
so
know,
much
we're
right
getting-
now.
I know. I was
They've
I feel like
all-
people say this a
Well,
lot.
I think
They're like,
somebody if somebody has information, we gotta get something.
Yeah.
So-
Okay, so if you
Grace.
started with the information,
I am gonna give you. We've been about 10 minutes on the first one, so I'm gonna give you about a minute
come
left.
on.
We've been
And decide if
talking for
anybody
10
wants to-
minutes.
I'm time blind.
if, yeah, so if
Damn.
anyone started with the knowing anything, because you're not going to
I
get.
think that's
more
all we have to go off
information.
of at this
yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
true.
if you have any info that's you think is real, you should let everybody know.
Besides just
So,
your role. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's
Right.
gonna be nighttime, and the imp is just gonna kill somebody randomly, or the demon.
Yeah,
who
we
kills
don't
somebody
know.
randomly.
We don't know
But
anything.
also
You're gonna
we
get
Do- we
our
can still
powers
do
get
nominations right now,
activated
right?
Too, though.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
true.
Jenny, would
But
you like
if-
to nominate anybody?
That's not
Oh,
that's
right.
not what I was saying. I was just clarifying that is something we can do instead of just going tonight.
Yes.
And Grace, the demon knows everyone's roles as we start. Is that right?
They don't know everybody's
No.
roles.
No?
They
Okay.
got 3 roles that they know nobody has that they are allowed
Oh.
to use to bluff.
Got it.
As is the I did give it to the minion as
Mm.
well, because in the game they could talk and potentially give that information. I felt like that was a disadvantage in the way we're playing, so they also have the bluffs.
I vote for nighttime.
Yeah, actually, there is a good somebody did correct me in the chat, which is the recluse may or may not show up as evil. It is basically up to me to decide. what information I
Okay.
give.
Oh God. Okay.
All right.
It could be, oh, Grace.
Mhm.
I'm
That's
here for
one
the
of
best
first
outcome.
things that I
of the
read.
game.
That's one
Grace
of the
is here
first
for
things
the
that I read in the
lulz.
rules was
Yeah.
that the game maker can lie.
Oh,
and,
is that why?
wants to
Okay, I
lie.
thought it was like randomized when it said you may. I thought it was like, but
That's
you
a me.
decide.
I'm a storyteller.
Yeah, whatever's good for
That's
the
what I
video.
do.
Okay,
Can you-
whatever's
yeah,
best
can you- yeah.
TV.
Plot.
Okay, that's
Can we get that clean? Can we get that
interesting.
clean audio?
It's giving production interference.
Okay.
Or does anybody want to nominate? Is anybody feeling like they might want to nominate
I
anybody?
feel
in
like
this first
unless
day
we
phase?
have
I'm
unless we get
obsessed.
information from somebody,
Yeah.
I have no reason to do anything. And I think we should get that information, but if the person's not or if the people aren't comfortable, then there's nothing we can do.
Okay.
Scary.
Okay. We're gonna go to the night phase.
Okay.
All right.
God.
I'll give anybody the last chance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's my best Jordan Kalish impression. I'm gonna hand it back over to Pooya as we go into the night of RHAP's Woods Bluff.
All right. So. I love Rob being like the chat's gonna be like shady. No, we are in the dark as much as y'all are. I mean, I know there's some of you. I do see some of you who are using words I've never heard, which indicates that you know exactly what's going on here. But the first round of any game typically always feels like people are learning. Even when it's a Mafia and people have played it multiple times, even if it is a Goose Goose, even if it is an Among Us, or a Werewolf, any of those games, I feel like the first round is almost always just everyone getting on the same page a little bit. I am an angel. My halo is above the frame. You can't see it, but I am here. Grace tried to get rid of me. I'm still here. So we'll see where this goes. It's very interesting because obviously I'm still learning what all the roles are. I have my image open, which by the way, this link down here, highly recommend it. If you are listening to the audio only version, that's robhasawebsite.com/BOTC roles. So BOTCROLES. Boom. You're there now. You see the same graphic we are seeing. And I don't have a lot to go off of. So let's read the players, shall we? Before I do that, let me just keep an eye open on when or if I get a message from Grace saying they're back. Okay. So here are my thoughts. I feel like typically in a game like this, if someone's being in a game where the cameras are on, right? If someone's being silent, that's suspect to me. However, this is a very confusing game for some people. So the silence could just be them trying to map it together, piece it together. So then I got to look towards the people who were being very vocal. Taran was the most vocal probably of the group and has probably figured out the game faster. And I believe when I first jumped on the call, he had done some reading, so has a bit of knowledge there. This could go good or bad because typically if you're talking a lot and you're talking from a good perspective, you should be kept in. It makes no sense to not keep you in. But I feel like Taran would know that, hey, if I am the most vocal of the townspeople and I have the game put together, I'm probably going to get killed, which is why Taran's on my short list, believe it or not. Despite all the things he was saying being for good, he's on the short list a little bit, not a lot of bit, but a little bit. The second person on my list is Mari. Now, this one could be a complete misread, but I felt like Mari was playing with her hair a lot, not saying a lot. And then, because I was going to say, the theory of people touching their faces, no, everyone's touching their faces. You're sitting in a camera. So that's the thing. No, Mari was touching her hair, so it's a little bit. Maybe Taran wants to have Raven's Keeper. That's possible. That is very possible, Timothy, because that could help out big time. So there is Mari's on my list as well. I feel like Rob, typically I could see him maybe being one, but I don't think so. He did open with a joke, but that's just Rob being Rob, I think, at the moment. Jordan Kalish is probably just a regular townsfolk that could get mistaken for the drunk just because of the mad confusing way he speaks. He spoke in that meeting by misunderstanding Jenny's joke, which I think everyone understood. So then that leaves us with a couple other people. I did notice that when there was questions being asked about the roles and like, does anyone have any roles? And Sasha was like, yeah, that could be a flag of like, she knows something. But I think that was just people not being fully aware or being too scared to say yeah, because obviously you'll know at least what role you are, maybe some extra info. I can't put Sasha in good or bad at the moment. It's important to note that the drunk does not know they are drunk. Exactly. They have no idea. They don't know. They think they're great. Send me a look on Discord. Perfect. Pull up a Grim for us to guess roles during the night. I don't know what that is, but I will check it out in a second here. Okay, in a second.
So, folks who are here, I did make a little tiny mistake in running my first time, so I'm going to explain it. If you think you should have been having done something tonight, but you didn't, I will explain why you didn't when we wake up.
Okay, so apparently there's going to be some point of contention there. So, did y'all hear Grace there, or was that just me? because I can fill you in. Grace, are you ready for us then?
I am good, and I'm going to
Perfect.
explain my big boo-boo to everybody. So everybody can turn your
Boo-boo!
cameras back on. It's not a big boo-boo. It's little.
Baby boo boo.
It's a baby. It's storyteller's first time little mess up. So essentially, the first night is different than every other night. So and that is typically, there was a conversation about what information some people get. I did give some of the rules, some of their information, not everybody, and I shouldn't have done that. I basically should have followed the way, and I can see why it's run this way. And basically, there's some rules where if you think you should have been able to do something the first night, that might not have been the case. Mostly that's because the imp doesn't get to kill anybody the first night. Typically, what information they're going to get is they're going to find out their bluffs on the first night, which I had already given them, and who their partner is, which I had also already given to them. I think everybody else should have got information that they should have got. And so I think we are now good. That was the first night. Nobody died. And now it is the second day. I'm going to put some time on the clock and you are all free to discuss.
Okay. Nobody died. Does that mean something good happened?
Was somebody supposed to die?
No,
No,
nobody.
nobody.
The imp did
Okay.
not get to choose whether to kill somebody, and nobody used any. Nobody was able to use any powers. It's the first night is basically like supposed to be basically, and this is because the game, just to clarify for folks at home, because you pick your roll out of a bag and then it like comes back to the storyteller, and then they like let you discuss, and then the first night is basically to give information back to the people based on what their role was.
Got it.
Because we're playing online,
Oh.
I could have like kind of like yada yada that, and I yada yada some of it and didn't. So
Mhm.
basically last night was like an information, like some people should have got information essentially if those roles are in the game.
Okay.
But the imp doesn't get to kill. They're only on the first night, they're only supposed to find out who their partner is.
Suck
and their
it,
bluffs.
imp.
Yeah. Now I'm really gonna give you this day. You're welcome to chat. And if you have any
can't
questions,
kill
please let me
us.
know.
That's
I have
fine.
a couple
being
questions.
that there was information giving out, does anyone now have anything that could be useful? I'm not
Right.
saying reveal roles. I'm saying, does anyone have useful information that could help us actually nominate this time?
I believe I do.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
So, and Grace, I had a question about neighbors.
Yes.
Right. So if our neighbor gets killed, do we get a new neighbor or do we just have one neighbor now?
Oh, that's a great question.
I believe you're not gonna get new. I believe that they're still your neighbor, even though they're a ghost. But
They're
the
just a
chat will-
corpse.
The chat will help me out. The chat will help me out and clarify. People have played more than me, and then I'll clarify later. But I believe they're still your neighbor. But yeah.
Okay, so if like Sasha gets
Okay.
killed, Jordan is not my new neighbor.
Well, one of so
it is-
Empath
it's
says
living
you learn
neighbor.
2 of your alive
it's
neighbors.
Your
and
alive
Chef
neighbors.
says
Yes.
Okay.
That's more useful
Pairs.
if it is.
So I do know that one of my neighbors
Okay.
is evil.
Ooh.
Mm.
So that's
Uh-oh.
Rob or
Rob or
Sasha.
Sasha.
Yeah.
You
Now,
were
come-
making fun of yourself, I see.
yes, self-deprecating. I am not evil.
I am
yeah.
not evil because people were really
Wait,
getting caught.
Rob
last
didn't
time.
say he was the town. And that's
I-
always the mafia rule,
Oh,
right?
right.
You say you're not in the
Mhm.
mafia.
I am town.
We are literally townspeople,
Is
according
that
to
is that
Yeah.
true during the day, or
townsfolk.
is that only true in nomination speeches? I think that could be true. I mean, you might have a point, Maggie, but
Grace,
Mhm.
if you're drunk,
Yeah.
do you get fake information or do you get no information?
You don't know you're the drunk. You now are being told you're a different role than you were.
Yeah, you get
Right.
a roll.
Yeah.
So like
And
if
then- and
Jason
then I'm
was in
gonna
fact
give you-
the
As
drunk,
far as
but
I know, I
thought
haven't
he
anything
was-
spiked.
Yeah.
I haven't
would he
anything
get,
spiked
would
as
he
far as I
get
know.
fake info or would he just get no info?
Because
he's not actually the role.
Up to me.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
fake.
a lot of
fake
stuff is up to you,
info.
Grace. A lot of stuff is up to you.
and
Yeah.
So much
and
power.
Jason, between the two of them, do you know? So I know you don't know which one is bad. I know you don't know if you're the drunk, so you could be getting false information. But of the two of them, do you know anything about their particular bad role, or do you only know that they're bad? That one of them is bad.
I only know one of my neighbors is evil. That's all I was told.
Okay.
So if we were to kill one of them and he doesn't get a new neighbor, would you find out again tomorrow night if one of your neighbors was evil again?
No,
I
remember
think-
she
I
said
think
there's
if
no
he's-
new info.
Well,
If
that's
he's the-
each,
if
it's
he's the
each night
empath,
roll. Yeah, it's
He has-
each night roll.
It's
so
each
do I
night.
get
So
it
we
again?
we would.
night, yeah.
So if we killed,
You have a
like,
new alive
yeah,
name.
if we
Sorry,
killed,
sorry.
yeah,
But I would assume if we don't get it right, I'm dead in the night in the in
yeah,
this
but
next
you
nighttime.
still get to talk, and you would still learn
That's true.
information tonight.
Oh, that's a good
I
question.
just also want to clarify.
Wait,
When you die,
When
you
someone
get to still talk.
dies, yeah,
Yeah.
you'd still get to talk, but I am not
You
going to
won't get the
reveal.
answer.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to reveal the role of the person who died. Just so you all know.
If say
Okay.
somebody, maybe Jason, is the empath, gets killed tonight, does he still get to use his power tonight, or is it null and void if he's killed in the same night?
If he's died tonight, he's not going to get his. He's
No,
gonna
no,
lose his
we're
abilities.
definitely not. We're definitely. I don't think it makes any sense.
No,
to
I mean
kill
at
Jason
night,
tonight.
like if the demon
If
kills
the
him,
imp,
Yeah.
What if he's
he won't
lying?
wake up with any more information.
he won't wake up.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
that
still
makes
be
No,
sense.
he would not technically wake up, but he still would get to talk. And if he was given information at night, presuming he's like he might be lying, but if he's not lying, he can give us that information. That would be useful.
People would
Well,
in the rule book, the imp, the demon, is going to go before the empath. So if the imp kills the empath will not get to use their ability.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
great.
they,
Okay.
okay. So we wouldn't
So
necessarily.
Jason
get
is a
rid
dead
of
man.
it.
Got
That's
it.
not confusing. That's not confusing at
here's-
all.
We should kill
Should we
one
be
of
getting
Rob.
rid of them
Yeah.
for
We should
sure?
kill one of
Is
Rob
there
or
a
Sasha, and
don't-
then
don't- yeah.
if Jason dies, we kill the other one.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
This is ridiculous.
Yes.
So you don't. So if he's a drunk, I guess
50-50.
that's
Yeah,
on
if
us.
we're
Oh,
if I'm a
that's true.
drunk,
If he's
Okay.
a drunk, we just
Jason-
took out two
Well,
towns.
this is where,
Jason's
like, if you're an
bad.
outsider revealing your role now to help us determine
So-
if there is a drunk.
yeah,
might
listen,
be
I think
helpful.
people have played enough of these games with me to know I'm a terrible liar. So
Okay.
Who wouldn't know? That's
Let
the
me- I'm
thing.
gonna
You
give some
doesn't
information
know.
here.
Okay, so Rob
I'm
is.
gonna give some information that might change your
here we go.
calculus
Here
here.
we go with Rob. All right.
Okay.
Mhm.
But if you kill me, if you execute me, you will all lose and the game will be over.
Stop.
That's the role I wanted to claim if I was bad.
So try me.
There's-
Yeah, I
Try
agree.
So Taryn,
F
there is
around and
no
find
drunk. There is no drunk.
Rob's holding us hostage.
If Rob is
Wait.
telling the truth,
Now
Rob's
maybe
telling the truth,
now maybe
there's
I'm
no
the drunk. Now maybe I'm the drunk, and I
So
got told.
anyone can claim a drunk. Like, oh my god. Okay.
No,
Anyone-
no.
Yeah.
You can't just claim
You
any
can't
role.
claim-
I
no,
mean,
you
like,
can't know
every
you're
time
drunk.
you're
You
in
can't claim-
trouble,
if someone
you can
claims
say
drunk,
there's a drunk.
If someone claims drunk, we'll kill them immediately.
Yeah, you don't know you're drunk. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying
nope.
to deduce down.
Nope.
Yeah,
I think
Nobody
it's
knows
where
who the
we're
drunk
at
is
here.
except for Grace.
There's
My
three. There's
problem-
three. Yeah.
My
So-
problem is that I'm going against Rob, number one. So I already took an L there. And then the second thing is now if I reveal my role, I'm really screwed.
well,
I
Well,
don't
then
Do you have
don't
anything that can
reveal
help?
the
That can
people
help
to
us
kill at this
determine?
point.
Do you have anything that can help us
If you
determine
have
if Rob is
something.
the demon or not?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Wait. Without Sasha revealing her role, if Rob is saying that if somebody nominates them and he gets voted out, they die. If we think
No, we
Jason is
lose.
our
No,
All
Oh,
of us
we
lose.
lose?
If
You
you die
all-
at execution,
You
You all
Saint.
lose.
Yeah.
Saint.
Yeah.
Saint, right?
He's saying
yeah, okay.
he's the same.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
sorry,
My bad.
I was
thought he
trying to figure
thinking
out.
he- I
No.
thought he was the
No,
I'm the
no.
saint. I'm
The
the saint.
virgin.
Okay.
Okay.
So if
I ain't
you
Rob,
if
yo.
you kill me, if you execute me, now I don't know if you all lose if the demon kills me, but if
No, because
from what
By
I understand,
execution.
if I die by execution, your team loses.
so here's the thing. I'm actually the saint. No, I'm just kidding.
That would be spicy.
No, imagine. No, but here's the thing. I don't know what else to say because I think this is going to come on to me anyway. But unfortunately, I am the recluse. So I don't know what to do.
If that's
So
the
that-
case,
I mean,
then we
I
don't
think-
have a drunk.
Well, here's.
Mhm.
I
Wait,
think if
wait,
Sasha's the
recluse is
so if
another
Sa-
outsider, which means there's 3 outsider roles claimed, which means one of them is lying, right?
Right.
We
Who
only
else
there's only
claims-
well, we,
two,
well,
right?
there's only,
Yeah.
Rob's
there's only
claiming
the imp
Saint,
and one.
Sasha's
There's only
recluse.
2 claimed. It
Rob's
just means
claiming
there may
same
not be a
Sasha.
drunk.
Because
Sasha,
Wait,
well, yeah, there
Karen
might,
saying he's. But are we maybe playing insane. without a drunk? Come on.
Okay,
I
hold
kind of
up.
think
Ah.
Grace would, but yeah, we don't. The thing is, the fear of the drunk is just as powerful as actually having a drunk.
That's a good point.
So it's possible that Grace didn't put it in. If Sasha, I mean, here's the thing: like, yes, it's Rob. There's a good chance Rob is lying because if you're a bad guy, that's a great role to claim.
Mhm.
Is killing the recluse who appears as a bad guy to investigating roles. is that the worst role to get rid of, especially because Sasha is on our team. She would have her ghost vote down the road if it gets down to like a final point.
I'm not voting with any of you if you vote me out. Be serious. I'm chaotic as hell.
I mean,
and I'm petty, so I will be voting against.
And also,
you guys,
Jason might be
for
lying.
sure.
So like, it isn't. I'm not saying like Sasha is. My guess, I think there's a better chance that Sasha's telling the truth than Rob's telling the truth here, but it's also possible that they're both telling the truth and Jason's lying.
The thing
Try
is, if
me.
Sasha's telling
I
the
dare
truth,
you.
That's same.
I dare you.
That's what
if
I'm saying.
Sasha's
I'm
telling
not
the
voting
truth
with
and
any
Rob
of you if you vote
is,
me out.
which means if Sasha's telling the truth and Rob is lying, then Jason would have gotten 2, right? Because the recluse would have shown up as bad, and Rob would have
Maybe.
also been bad.
No, the
My-
recluse is
No,
bad.
up to
The recluse,
discretion.
the recluse is good.
might-
The recluse is a
It
good
just
guy.
Sure.
could
is
it
bad.
could appear bad, which is the
Yeah.
problem, right? Like
Oh, that's
Sasha
right,
could be
yes.
good, but could be appearing bad to
It's up to
Jason.
Right.
Grace
So
to
they-
choose.
Yeah, they might all be telling the truth.
So unfortunately, from a logic standpoint, it would actually make sense for us to get rid of Sasha. I'm
I
sorry,
think so.
Sasha.
Okay.
I think
and
it makes.
it's the correct thing because
So is somebody nominating Sasha?
So-
Oh.
that's what I've been trying to say this whole time.
Wait, what'd you say?
You would like
What-
to,
what-
Maggie?
what-
Would you like to?
I am the recluse. That's why I've been trying to I've been hinting at it this whole time. So
She hinted at it last round.
Okay.
yeah,
Um,
I'm
But
sorry.
that
I
doesn't.
missed that.
Huh?
Okay,
but
so
that
let's-
doesn't make sense because
That
Okay.
that y'all. It.
I
I'm the
love a
fucking
dispute.
recluse, but okay.
that doesn't make sense because if Sasha was the demon and she's claiming recluse, that doesn't make sense because Grace would have given Sasha 3 roles
have a
that
bluff
aren't in the
role.
game for her to
Yeah.
bluff. So why would I
That's
don't think
true.
Sasha's that stupid to claim a role that she doesn't.
No,
that's
you're
not in the
right.
bluff
That-
role. So that
Thank
doesn't
you.
make
That's
sense.
exactly what I'm trying to say.
That
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 does
is
make
The
very.
plot
sense.
thickens.
I don't know what
Okay.
else to say.
But it's also a good role to claim if you're a
also-
bad
So
Here's the
guy.
Rob
thing,
and
the
Maggie are in
problem
it
is-
together.
Wait, could
So are
somebody?
we saying
well,
now that Maggie is bad, knows Sasha is good, and is really trying to get Sasha out by counterclaiming the recluse?
Maggie is. Wait, say that again.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
because if
Wait,
we're
say
saying
that
that,
again, Jimmy?
it doesn't make sense, or if we're saying that Jason sees that someone's bad, Sasha's given a role to claim. She's not going to choose recluse as the role to claim if she's in trouble here. Maybe, I don't know, but. So is there a chance that Maggie is actually bad and is just trying to ensure that Sasha's the one that gets executed here by
There is a chance.
counterclaiming the recluse?
Why would
And it
I
would-
do
it would be
that,
a good
though?
play.
I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to explore
Because
all the
Rob
options
is
here.
not the saint. Duh.
Well,
That's
so
exactly
the thing
why.
is, so there's a couple of things. One is that she immediately hinted that she was an outsider, like at the very start of the game,
I
last
missed
round.
that. So
And
What
then
Yeah.
did she
as soon
say,
as
Taran? What did she say last round? Because I
Mhm.
I missed
Yeah,
that.
what
also.
was it?
when I
missed
said
that.
outsiders might want to reveal their role, she said, "Well, I was nervously
Oh.
asking, should
I'm
I?"
scared.
And I will say I
But
will
that
say that
could be for
Taran
any
when
role.
Taran when Sasha claimed to be the recluse, you were the one who said, "Doesn't that mean there's 3 outsiders? So one of them's lying."
Because
You were the
as
only
soon
one who
as-
picked up on
Yes.
Maggie.
As soon as Rob
Yeah.
said
No,
he
that- so
was
that
the
checks out.
saint, Maggie
Yes.
said,
Mhm.
"Then both outsiders are accounted for." Before
Yes,
Sasha
that
had even
checks-
said
that
anything.
checks
Oh,
out.
I totally
I didn't
and I'm
hear that
sorry.
either.
Yeah. And
Okay.
is it
Well-
possible that any of us are the drunk and have a role that is not what we think it is?
Yes.
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 It's
100%.
possible that
saying
any
that.
Wait, does
Can
the-
the
the
drunk
thing.
have someone else's role
That's
in
what
the
I'm
game?
drunk-
wondering.
The
I'm
description
wondering
Oh
for
yeah,
drunk
I
says
am
you
the
think
drunk
you're
be given a
townsfolk.
role that's in the game already.
But Jay,
Yeah.
but that wouldn't register as,
As
a
an
bad
outsider.
person for Jason.
Well,
Wait,
But
so-
that's why
Grace.
I'm wait. That's why
May.
I'm wondering if I am the drunk.
Well, so
because-
I have a
Wait, no,
question
Grace.
for-
I think.
for-
Wait,
for
Grace. I think.
'cause
Yeah. Sorry, you go.
the drunk says you think you are a townsfolk. Does that mean the drunk can't think that they're an outsider?
Yes, correct.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
So they would be
so
given
none of
like
them are the
fortune
drunk.
teller or something. You know what I
They're
mean?
not
Like they'd be given.
So
like,
really, it
something
comes
for-
down
There's no
to
drunk.
for then we have to figure out either Maggie or Sasha
It-
is
I
lying
don't-
about being.
I don't think it's
the
Maggie. I
recluse.
don't.
Or
I don't think
you.
it's Maggie.
And
I
al-
don't
and
think
also
it's
if
Maggie.
if
I
Rob
think, I think we
or
need to put
me?
that to the side. And
Yeah.
just,
like, did
yeah.
Grace
I feel
did
like
Grace give Rob
we
the
need to get
same
rid of
saying that if
Sasha.
Rob dies, we just might as well go home?
The 100%.
I feel like Saint
said it was
is
random.
Such,
Yeah, I know.
or Rob. Yeah.
But hold
Yeah,
on,
Rob
but,
might be
but
lying.
there's 2 people
You're
claiming
not voting.
the
Here's the
same.
thing. Just vote.
No, we got to kill. I think we have to.
But
I
hold on
think
a second.
Sasha
So
makes
there's
sense.
2 people claiming the same role when there should only be one of the roles.
Can I
Right.
just
Yes.
a bit about Tim? Can I ask? Would anybody like to nominate anybody?
I'll nominate Sasha. I think it makes sense.
Okay,
to take
so
out Sasha now.
Sasha has been nominated. There can only be one nominated player at a time, so I'm just going to quickly go around and basically put your hand, say yes if you're voting for that person, and I'm going to do it pretty. I'll give it like a minute to just see. It's Sasha has been nominated. Okay, so
Do we do
To defend
speeches?
yourself?
Like what's
and
happening?
again, you can vote as many times as you want. Taran has nominated; he can't nominate again, but you could vote multiple times in this round. Whoever
Vote
votes
early,
the
vote
most-
often.
use your
Should take
nomination.
both of us out because this makes no sense. If you,
You
can,
can't take two people out.
You can't.
So
Yeah.
if it's a tie,
There's no
nobody gets
ninja.
voted out. Yeah.
boo.
All right.
There
let me
might
go
be
around.
reason-
Jordan,
there
are you
might be reason to
voting?
vote Maggie out next round.
Sorry,
if
say that
we
again,
still
Grace.
Feel like
Jordan, are you
taking out
voting for
both of
Sasha?
the 50-50.
Yes, I'm voting for Sasha.
Mari,
I'll vote for Sasha.
Maggie,
I'll vote
Taran,
for Sasha.
Yes.
Asia,
No.
Jenny,
I will vote for Sasha. Sorry,
Rob?
Sasha.
Yes.
Jason. Did I start with you?
Yes.
Yeah, Jason. Sasha, voting for yourself?
No.
Be power move.
I believe that's 7 votes if I'm doing my math correctly. I don't have a notepad near me. Anybody else? Would anybody else like to nominate anybody?
Can Sasha nominate someone?
Sasha can absolutely nominate someone.
But like we can't vote again. Like
can
if someone
vote
already
again.
voted, if somebody
Sasha?
already voted Sasha, they couldn't vote again for the
No.
person that Sasha
they-
nominates.
No, you
Sasha,
could.
is there anyone that you're specifically sus about right now?
No, that's the problem. I mean, I'm claiming recluse. I don't know what else to do.
Well, shouldn't
so-
you be
But why
sus of
not?
Maggie
Yeah,
if she's claiming the
Maggie's
same
claiming
role
I
as
don't
the-
you?
know why.
But you have already all said you're not voting for her. I'm not an idiot, so I'm not gonna sit here.
But that's not
and,
what I
like-
asked. I asked if
No,
you
no,
were sus of somebody.
But that I'm giving my answer to that because Taran also, after you said that, asked why am I not sussing Maggie? Because that is the only other person besides Rob.
The
You're
thing-
not gonna vote Rob, and now people have already trusted Taran for trusting Maggie. So the thing is, reading social strategy, there's no point in me embarrassing myself.
Jenny, just to clarify your question, if
Yeah.
somebody else gets nominated and you also want to vote for them, you're welcome to vote for them.
And it's
but
still
whoever
like
gets-
who gets the most
it's
over
who gets the most, and if there's a
half.
tie, then
So
no-
just
no
so
doubt.
that I am making sure that we've explored all the options here. There a chance that Sasha was truly given recluse, and let's say Maggie's the drunk was given, but if Maggie was the drunk, she would not be given
An outsider role.
an outsider's role.
Right.
So truly one of them must be bad if they're both truly claiming recluse.
Yes.
Because I was like, is there a chance they're both good and Rob's bad?
Also, apologies. I think Sasha was supposed to give you a
I'm
chance
just
to defend
asking the
yourself, so I
questions, Rob.
just,
It's fine. I
just
think I'm
apologize.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't know. I want to nominate Maggie, but then not
No,
if the
it's
votes
not
aren't
even
there.
exactly.
No, I just don't
So-
understand why.
I don't really get it either. I'm sort of confused. I feel like, yeah, I mean, like next round, I like don't know what else to say other than
So I am just going to say I'm going to do a call for nominations, and otherwise Sasha is going to be executed.
Mhm.
And I
So-
think next round, just before next round, I think Maggie, right now, you probably would be someone on the chopping block, but there could be more information that comes out where we
Right.
find out that someone is a
Overnight, yeah.
more important role to get or a more important person to get rid of right now.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do a
Can I-
last call
can
for
I-
nominations. 3
Can we talk about anything
Two.
else or only nominations?
Nope. Nominations. 1. All right. Sasha has been executed from the game, but now it is nighttime and RHAP's Wood Bluff. So we are going to turn the cameras off, we'll go mute, and it's over to Pooya.
Woo! Okay, now we're cooking with gas, folks. Now we're cooking. Interesting stuff. Okay, so. A lot of information fell out into our pockets over there. So let's quickly recap that. So Jason comes out and says, yo, I'm the empath, and I believe that one of my neighbors are bad. The neighbors in question being Rob and Sasha. Immediately, Rob claims, if you execute me, you will all lose the game, claiming Saint. Not a lot of pushback there. Sasha then goes ahead and claims Recluse, which immediately is countered by Maggie, who Taran fully believes because Maggie claimed it before Sasha could claim it. Okay. So that's what gets Sasha in the deep troubles, because now they're operating under the assumption that, well, there can't be two recluses, and it's not a drunk, because then the drunk is not going to know, will not be given an outsider role. They'd be given a townsfolk role. So that would be an issue that is not gonna happen. I think that Sasha was fine. I don't think Sasha was bad. I don't. Additionally, Sasha could be bad. So let's operate under that assumption that Sasha is bad and was the right one to get executed. If Sasha is bad and is the one to be executed, then we look a little further, and I think we do not. That's my big thing, Kanta. That's why I do not think Sasha was bad, because I feel like Sasha would have claimed one of the 3 unclaimed roles, because going recluse after the other outsiders already claimed is a little sticky one, because that can get countered, right? So I don't know why she would do that unless she is it, you know? So to me, the fact that she didn't just run with a role that would have been available, that would have been the one. My theory, Rob and Maggie are the evil team. Maggie was originally going to reveal Saint as her bluff, which is why she wanted to say something but didn't last time. Yeah. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think that I feel the same way. My read is similar in that I didn't trust Maggie there. And here's why I didn't trust Maggie. Let me tell you why. Because initially, all the information that's being put out there makes sense. If she claimed it a little sooner, cool. And if she was the first one to bring it up, cool. That's all cool. What is a little bit suspect to me is when at the end of the round, she was still like, yeah, I'm still not sure myself. You, of all people, should be sure, because your role was claimed by somebody and it's your role. So for me, Maggie is suspect. I don't think Aysha is suspect for being the one person who didn't vote out Sasha. However, I could see the vote getting pushed to Aysha next. The question is, who is the imp going to kill? Taran's facilitating the Maggie argument, so is his read totally off? I don't think so. That's the thing, is that Taran might have a good role that he's just not revealing, and he might have more information. The librarian starts knowing that one of 2 players is a particular outsider. He could be the librarian. That's possible. We don't know. But Sasha also said she wasn't sus of Maggie or Rob when Jordan asked her. Well, Sasha's thing was, I have no reason to fight back because you've all made up your minds, right? Because that's the only other place Sasha could go. I just feel like Sasha felt because the way it happened was Sasha was then offered a chance to give defense after she's heard 7 people. 7 people have voted against her. So important thing to remember, demon can kill themselves in the night and make their minion the demon. So if the demon is Maggie or Rob, I would expect one of them to die. Joseph, that is a great comment. Don't know if anyone's thought that deeply, because I straight up, when I saw that description that you could take yourself out of the game, I thought, why would anyone want to do that to win the game? That makes sense. It's rare that Taran has such a strong read and is so loudly wrong. Well, you got to remember, Kristen, no one here but Jordan has played the game before. So I think even if you have good learning curve on it, you might still be a little tough. But I think ultimately, if Taran's following that lead so strongly, he must have other information that he has not shared with anybody at the moment. So we'll see. Sasha additionally could have been the minion, right? Because if she was the imp, the game ends, I believe. Right? Correct? Am I right? I think. Support Aysha, not just jumping on the vote. Learning about the roles now, though, I wonder if her no vote could point to her being the butler role. Each night, choose a player. Tomorrow, you may only vote if they are voting too. I mean, that would have been extremely unlucky, right? Because if she had chosen Sasha, you may only vote if they're voting too. Wait, no, because I think Butler would have still voted anyway. Right? Yeah. Game would end unless there's a Scarlet Woman. There we go. Yes. Yes, there we go. I think they just saw logical voting out the recluse to help town, which makes sense, because if the recluse is out, that like hinky vote of is it them, is it not them, that's gone. Now, if Jason gets back in the game and says, you know what? I feel like they might be ready for us. They are ready for us. All right, chat. I'm going to jump off. I'm excited to see where we go. Exciting stuff here. We're getting started. Hope y'all are having fun. Okay.
All right. Everyone can wake up. Another night in RHAP's Wood Bluff.
A long night.
A long night. There is another murder that has occurred as you all awake and join the town square. Jordan Kalish has died.
Ooh.
Screw you, imp.
All right. You're all free to chat, and I'll be here if you want to nominate anybody.
So Jason, so right now you are now next to, and I'm allowed to talk even though this is not Mafia. Jason, you are now next to Mari and Rob. What do you know about?
But I thought I don't get new neighbors. I now just have Rob
Alive
who's my neighbor,
neighbors,
right?
No, I think.
But
No,
I'm
it was
dead.
clarified to living neighbors. So when
Yeah.
someone dies, then
So
it's the next person, right?
Grace, could you confirm that Jason's neighbors are Mari and Rob?
That let me just
Going
pull up.
last night, like the information that Jason got would have been about Mari and
No,
Rob.
my neighbor would be you now, Jordan.
But
But
I'm
he's
dead.
No, he's
He
dead.
died.
You're
I'm
dead.
dead.
Sorry.
I died during the night.
Yeah.
He dead.
So Sasha and Jordan are gone. So yeah, Mari would be my neighbor, I think. If that's right.
Did you get any updated information?
I did. 0 of my neighbors are now evil. So when that's evil, that means a demon and an imp, right? So Sasha could have just been the imp, and now the demon is still out
the
there running
minion.
around.
Because
Yeah.
if we
Or the
killed the
minion.
if we killed the demon, we're done, right? Or wait,
Yeah.
the Scarlet Witch.
Well, no,
or is that a thing?
the Scarlet Woman would.
Did we
would
did we
take,
get confirmation that that is Mari and Rob and not Jordan and Rob?
Yeah, I'll confirm that in the
Okay.
order of operations. That's correct.
Okay.
Okay. So that's
That's good.
corroborating evidence that we may have gotten Sasha out, unless Jason is either evil or wrong.
I was
Um,
thinking that too, Taran. That was my because if he would have said one of the people next to me is evil, I would have been like, okay, so it's you. Like,
Mhm.
because I mean, so I obviously I'm good because I got killed by. So it would really tell us nothing if it's me. It would tell us more if it's Mari.
But can Jordan tell us what role he had now, or that goes to the grave with him?
I could tell you, I'm allowed to tell you my role. What I will say is that even though I'm dead, that information I think right now would only help the bad guy team. I will
Oh.
reveal it towards the end of the game because I don't think it helps the town, and I think it could help the bad guys if I would have.
Please be useful in your death, Jordan.
Yes. Okay.
I would appreciate that from you.
Asia, how are you feeling about everything? You seem like that you were the most hesitant about wanting to execute Sasha, who we love, but you know.
Yeah,
I
I was
feel
just
Mhm.
really confused why Maggie came out of nowhere claiming that, but apparently she was saying stuff that we didn't hear that Taran heard. So
I was really worried. I was really concerned that because I knew Taran knew what I was doing. Like I knew he could tell what I was trying to say. And I was really concerned that if I didn't say something that when like after she was killed, and if I was like, that's what I am, people will be like, why didn't you say something before? So I felt like I sort of like had to. But
Yeah,
I'm also confused about game mechanics a little bit. So I was like, well, could it be possible that like I'm the drunk now and I'm like screwing myself over more because I'm getting wrong information? I just was like, I don't know. That's was my thought process.
At first I was a little like, oh, how convenient someone is counterclaiming, but because I didn't remember the things like what they meant, but when Taran pointed to the one thing you said, I remember you saying that. I just didn't piece together like
Mhm.
the I'm scared and what that meant. So I mean,
So does anyone want to claim washerwoman, librarian, or investigator to give
well,
us?
it's
Yeah,
long,
so-
that's long gone at this point.
What do you mean? Oh, I mean, it's still a valuable information, I think.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, but why wouldn't anybody have said it when we first asked though?
I think at this point,
maybe they're just
okay.
a little scared.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so. At this
Asia?
point,
Asia?
Is it you,
No,
Aisha?
it's not me.
Last time someone said
Okay.
that, they got some sus on them.
there's a couple of things. One is that unless there's still a drunk, Rob is probably good. There
Yeah.
could theoretically still be a drunk, and the two outsiders are actually Maggie and the drunk who doesn't know it. But seemingly more likely at this point, Rob and Maggie are the two outsiders. Unless we think it was Rob and Sasha. In light of, like, without any other information, I'd still be inclined to say we guarantee we take out an evil person if we vote out Maggie, in case we were wrong about Sasha. But hopefully there's other information that we can use.
Maggie, remember when you're like, Taran, you get me. Taran, you understand. I put that out there. I knew you'd pick that up.
Before we do that,
So thank you, Taran, for seeing me.
I do have a question. I do have a question for Jenny. Jenny, is there any vital information that your role could probably give us?
If there is, I don't it's not obvious to me. At this point, I would definitely be trying to help a lot more if I thought that I had anything that would be helpful. So I just want to understand that, because again, I'm just like trying to figure this out. There is no way that the drunk would be given the outsider as their false role. So if we were right about Sasha was like just some sort of minion, I guess, because if she was the demon, we'd be done, right? Because we would have okay. So she's probably minion, let's say. And if Rob is truly saint, and
That's what they say.
and
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wait. No, never mind. Because the drunk, you said, wouldn't be given another outsider role. Because if Sasha was the Baron, there's extra outsiders in play. Like there's more outsiders.
Oh
I
my
just read
God.
that.
Good
That's
call,
why
Maggie.
I'm
I
like,
didn't
Wait, what?
You're right. Yeah,
Baron, there are extra
is the second
outsiders in
dagger roll.
play. Another two.
Wait,
outsiders.
but she said, hold on.
Would
Did she lie to us then?
Oh.
She said there would be
Would
two.
she claim that?
Well, no, but the
Grace
Baron
said there'd
is
be two, yeah.
Baron is one of the. If Sasha
minion
was the
role.
Baron, if she was that minion role,
Yeah.
then there were two.
then there'd
There
be
are two other outsiders in the game.
Would that mean there'd be four?
Oh yeah.
With
okay,
this
well, that's
few
why I was
players,
all of
that
the
feels
roles would have
so
to be-
Wouldn't there be
chaotic.
three though? Because there's supposed to be one.
Here's the
minion,
other thing,
right?
and I definitely believed. I think, and obviously, I think we all did, maybe with the exception of Aysha. We believed Maggie over. We believe Maggie over Sasha. The good thing about killing Maggie, even though I don't really think she's a bad guy, is that it gives Jason a new neighbor, and we'll find out more information next time about.
I'm not Jason.
It does.
I don't
How
think-
would it give
yeah,
Jason a new
no.
neighbor?
It wouldn't give me a new
No,
neighbor.
it wouldn't.
Oh,
I-
oh,
I
no,
would be
sorry.
Rob.
You're
It would have
right.
been
No,
Rob
never
or
mind.
Mari.
We're
Yeah.
wasting. I think we're
I think
wasting.
at this point, no matter
You're right,
what
you're right.
information you have, it's good to share it. There are enough
Yeah.
roles
Yeah,
out
somebody's
there.
got to have
that,
something besides me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me talk. So I have a lot of information. I just
Oh.
wanted to kind of read the board a little bit before I revealed this. I think first of all, the Maggie stuff, this is all red herring, because with Sasha gone and Jason's power saying now he's zero, that makes everything that makes our conclusion about Sasha right. Plus, I
Unless
am the
he's bad or poisoned.
Yes, unless he's
Or
bad or
drunk.
fortune. I am the fortune teller. I have cleared 4 people on the board, and unfortunately, because right now I do believe Jason, the only other person that could be the demon is Jenny, and Jenny's not really adding to the conversation. It feels like she keeps steering it towards
Oh, I am
Maggie.
happy
Jeez.
to.
So-
I am happy to give. Here's the thing. So I can give you information. I can straight up tell you my role. I just felt that my role was not particularly helpful to the bigger picture. However, if we are in a situation where we are potentially going to kill me right now, I do not think that. I think that maybe it would be helpful for you guys to not do that.
Okay.
Because
Well, what
of-
are you?
Yeah.
So what are you?
I'm a virgin, believe it or not.
I don't
You
believe it.
first
I
time
will-
nominated. If the nominator
I don't
counts,
believe
but
I will
So you're-
nominate Jenny, and if I die, I die. Because
Wait, hold on. Don't do it yet.
wait.
Don't do it yet.
Oh,
Don't do it yet.
Mari,
Don't
are
do it
you,
yet.
Actually,
I
hold
just as
on.
the storyteller,
Hold on.
I feel like
Wait,
Is that
Mar-
official?
You
before-
you only
before
have
anything-
one
Do
good
not do
player
that.
that
Okay.
registers
So,
falsely
Mari,
to you.
So
Mari,
maybe the
yes.
people you've ruled out, there may be one person that you were wrong about.
Mari, could you tell us what
No.
you? So there've been two nights, right? And you,
Yeah.
including
Who have
the first
you-
night. What did you do the first night? What did you do the second
first
night?
The first night was I investigated Aysha and Maggie. They both came out neither as the demon.
Okay.
So that's why I was kind of like, let's just steer clear away from Maggie. Plus, it just logically meant we should have went after Sasha. The second night, I did Rob and Taran. Of course, I did Rob because duh, and Taran just because, and they both also registered as neither are the demon. So if we think that Sasha was a minion and we got Sasha out, that means the demon is still in play, and that means all 4 of those people should be clear.
But
If I'm not the drunk.
But it says that there's one
get-
good player that
Yeah.
registers falsely to you.
So a good player would
As
be a
a
false
evil
positive.
So you would be a
person.
false
you got no
positive.
positive.
I got no
She's got
positive.
in
Right.
negatives.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
So
could only
here's,
be
here's the thing. I
could
know
be
what I
lying.
am, and I'm not lying about what I am. And I would assume I'm not a drunk if we're believing that Maggie and Rob are the roles they are, and we only have 2 outsiders. Now, this Baron shit, I don't know. We have another 2 outsiders. I don't know that. But I know what I am, and I know I'm not lying about that. So unless the process of elimination we're going through here with what Mari's got, like, there's a chance that maybe Jason or Sasha was not what we're assuming, that Jason was bad and that Sasha was good
Or-
and he was giving bad information.
Or Jason was drunk and was getting bad info.
But
If
but
Jason's
we
drunk, we're
have
getting
to-
destroyed in this game.
It was drunk.
But
But if
3 minutes left.
I don't
on the
understand
board,
how there's
to start thinking
3
about
other people claiming
nominations.
outsiders roles, unless there's for sure a Baron. That the
So-
Baron thing is like
And
screwing me up big
if
time.
if,
I ask-
if we think there's no drunk, like what is the downside here of Mari just taking the shot,
Right, well,
nominating Jenny right now? And
I've-
if she
I've-
doesn't die, then either she's lying or I don't even know what the other.
I mean,
option would be.
sure, you guys will get information, but you are going to lose.
No, not that we should.
So
No,
I've-
no, not even killing you. She would get killed. She would die if she nominates you.
I have
Is
2
that
questions.
how it works?
I think so. Yeah, oh, sorry, Taran. Yes.
Oh yeah.
The fortune teller, does the fortune teller only detect the main demon or also detect a minion?
Correct. Just the demon.
Just the main demon. So Maggie could theoretically be a minion, but if it was okay.
But
and then
also, the
second-
recluse says it might register as evil or the minion or a demon. Like I could
right, but
register.
nobody's registered anything. So Maggie claiming to be recluse and not being positive is a little weird.
No, it says you
but
might.
it's
Like you can
theoretically up
register good or
to,
bad.
Grace's discretion. So Grace
Mhm.
could have said, "I don't want to make this a positive read." Second, if Mari nominates Jenny and dies because Jenny is the virgin, is that it for our executions, or do we still get to nominate people tonight?
Can you repeat as soon as
can only
somebody is executed, the
Then it's night.
day phase.
So that's
Okay.
it. Mari's
Yeah.
our
And
execution.
Mari would count
I
as
see
an
what Taran
execution.
is saying, and now that
Yes.
now that I get that, I'm like, oh damn, because he's right. Maggie could technically be the minion then, and just didn't register as the demon, so it could behoove us to
Here's
vote
my
Maggie out.
here's my feelings on, obviously, like I mean, I guess if Mari nominates me, then she dies and I don't die, like that. I'm not dead, but if Mari's truly good, I don't want her to die either. So if we really want to treat this as a 50-50 here, and there's a little bit of like, you know, we're a little unsure about the recluse thing, and it makes sense to take out Maggie, that makes more sense to me than
Well, why
taking
does
out
that-
Mari.
Why does that make sense though? Because it's like you learn if anyone is the demon. Like what if it's actually Aysha who she's the minion? You know what I mean? Like it's like just because it's like the
I think
actual
we-
demon.
I think for me, I think
yeah.
the best probability is that I'm sober and that Sasha was the minion. I think that's the best probability because only
I
one
think
of
so
us.
too.
That's
might
the
be
Occam's
Couldn't have been
razor.
the, she couldn't have been the demon.
And
'cause
here's
we
the thing,
would be- yeah.
I really
We
think
would
we
be
get the
done.
most.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I really think
I
we
think
get the
she's the
most.
minion.
We get the most information here, I think, if Mari nominates Jenny. And Grace, could you tell me if I'm wrong?
Or if I
Mari,
not nominate Jenny and
Sorry.
somebody else does.
No.
and
If
sacrifice
no,
them.
it would
Oh,
have to
that's
be
true.
you.
Who wants,
You're,
yeah, who
no,
wants to go
Mari,
down?
no, Mari.
Die.
Mari, you're making the
Die.
claim. It's very suspicious to me if you don't do it. I think you're the one making the claim because if you're lying, then you're not going to get killed immediately, and then we could just nominate you
Okay.
and vote you.
So
out.
I am
hold
going to
on.
call for nominations. I think.
Hold-
But if-
hold-
I've
hold
done this
on one
last
second.
time too,
I
Rob. Hold on
think
one
if Mari
second.
doesn't nominate,
Hold on.
Hold on, I'm giving Rob the floor.
Okay.
Rob the floor.
Thank you, Grace.
problem.
That the demon is going to kill Mari anyway tonight, right?
not if she's the demon.
I guess not
I'm
if
not the
she's.
And if the demon
not if
kills
she's the
Mari, I get
demon.
more information.
I
if the demon
would
kills
not
Mari.
be shocked. if-
Yeah,
I could see
Mari,
her
I
being
think
a
you
demon.
should that. I
Nominate
think maybe you should do it because
Take the
shot. If you don't take
I
the
think
shot, you're
you're-
bad.
I don't think you're
Okay,
coming
that's
back.
fine.
Because
I'll do
if
it.
you do,
I don't care.
if you do come
Anyone
back,
shares-
check Jenny and Jason.
Yeah,
If
if Mari
anyone
comes back,
shares
I get info on
you're
Maggie, too.
dead.
But-
Just be serious as townspeople.
No
Look
one's
how
gonna
quickly
keep
they
Mari
turn
All right,
alive
I am going to
now,
call
if
for
she's
Would anybody
dead.
like to make a nomination?
Hold up. So what, Grace?
What?
Explain the
Here.
mechanism. Explain the
Yes?
mechanism, please. Just explain the mechanism. So straight out, if I say, "Hey, I'm nominating Jenny,"
If a player nominates the version
when do I die?
immediately, as soon as that
Immediately.
nomination
Okay.
is
So
official.
it would tell us.
Okay.
It would give us so much information.
Would anybody
Can
like to make a nomination?
can I do one last question? Okay, so if I nominate Jenny, okay,
Mhm.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well,
then we
no,
all
because
lose.
no,
that
I
would be
know
die.
you
wouldn't.
You would
but
die.
that's
You,
not an execution,
if it's a
right?
town
if you're
It
both
is.
telling the
It's
truth, we
only-
would die. No, it is an execution, Rob.
Oh, then don't do
Let
that.
me
Rob.
just read
Rob,
through
that would
the
be
saint,
if you're
but
both
don't
telling the
read
truth.
the-
That would
Just
be
one
the
sec.
rules.
Can I just let me?
Be a
Okay.
saint, not a
Okay.
martyr.
Let me just
okay?
say something. If the rules of the version, the first time they are nominated, if the nominator is a townsfolk, they are executed immediately.
Okay, so executed would mean the end of the game for everybody.
Yeah.
So that, okay.
Now, is
All right, I
Rob
won't do it.
considered a townsfolk because he's an outsider?
Right.
Okay. Well,
clarify the
nobody
question,
else
a
wants to
saint-
step up.
That's
I'll
actually
do
a
it.
good
Saint
question.
is an
Is that a
outsider.
loophole?
So yeah, Rob.
Not that I
what-
want you to die.
Oh
Rob. I
yes,
just
you're right. No,
want us
Jenny,
to
that's
succeed.
actually a good point, Jenny.
Is that
Hey.
is that right?
She,
Grace?
Anyone-
Rob is not townfolk if he's telling the truth.
Taryn,
If,
what'd you
if
say?
an outsider nominates the virgin, they're not a townsfolk, so do they still get executed?
An outsider would not get executed. You have to be a townsfolk to kill. To be
Okay,
So
executed.
then it
not a
should probably be
townsfolk.
Rob or Maggie that nominates me if they truly want to do
But
that. But you
no,
should not vote me
But
out
no,
because
no,
I'm
no, no.
good.
Here's the
But
thing.
then
like,
we don't
if-
learn anything, right?
Yeah, no, I know.
Right.
It's kind of, it's not, it doesn't really, it would be cool. It would be a cool move, but I don't think it would actually do
Yeah,
anything.
'cause
If
if no one
Mari,
dies,
if
then you just
Mari
vote
is
me out.
lying, if Mari is lying and we do it, she's out and we get a bad guy. If she's not lying, then we probably put the votes on Jenny. She would be nominated. The nomination vote would happen like normal. And if Mari doesn't nominate Jenny, I can't nominate because I'm dead. I think one of you should nominate Mari and vote her out. I'm not going to use my ghost vote
What?
because
That doesn't make sense, Kalish.
why?
Because if I nominate Jenny and I don't die immediately,
No.
and we go
Sorry,
to a
no.
vote,
If
then
you
we vote
don't,
Jenny
if you
out.
no, I know. If you don't nominate Jenny, if you don't pull the trigger, I think they should kill you. They should nominate you anyway.
All right, would
I
anybody
think
like to
that-
make a
I don't think
nomination?
that makes sense, but I
Then
will.
she-
Let me just say before
So-
I nominate and possibly die, if I do die and it is confirmed that Jenny is a virgin, then the only other option would be like either a Maggie or a J. Yeah, like, but that doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I nominate Jenny.
So if Mari,
All right.
if Mari-
First,
okay,
this is the
well,
first time
Okay.
I've heard
Officially
people talking
nominated
about
Mari-
me being a
excuse me.
virgin. This is so weird.
Mari has died. It is now nights.
Okay.
Everybody, please turn off the.
Mari, this was a great advertisement for the crime scene RHAP Up. It was a joy watching you work. You're like Benoit Blanc. Okay.
Over to Pooya.
Well, the virgin didn't die. Boom, boom. Oh my God. That was class. Okay. The virgin don't lie. Okay. All right. So, all right. Breaking news. Jenny is the virgin. Okay. So Jenny's the virgin. Gotta stop repeating that. I feel weird saying that on a loop here. So Jenny is. Am I muted? Yeah, in the Zoom chat. Okay. Jenny is the virgin, which makes things interesting. So Mari also died, meaning Mari was not lying about her role. So I think our theory that Maggie is bad is good. Maggie, you are in some hot water. So our only non-clear people, Aysha and Maggie. I believe so. Still sus of Rob plus Maggie, since Jenny was telling the truth. Yeah, I think that's where your sus has to go. Because Rob claiming Saint kind of worked perfectly if he is truly the liar. I think the other thing that could have happened is that Jason got poisoned. There's a possibility that Jason got poisoned there. So absolutely feel like that is some suspicious behavior. Say about Amari is the minion role of spy, but that's very unlikely. So let's see. Spy. Each night you see the grimoire. You might register as good and as a townsfolk or outsider, even if dead. There we go. Possible. It's possible. But like, that was some next level gameplay to give out all that information, I feel like. If I'm Maggie here, is this where I take myself out of the game and then make my minion become the imp if the minion is still in? If I am the bad, because fortune teller, let's see, you learn if either's a demon, okay? Either's a demon. So she could just be, so then that would make Rob the demon, right? In that situation? Because Rob was also checked and Rob also came back as clear. Oh my God, there are layers to this, folks. I'm in the mud. I don't even know. I'm in the dark. I'm in the dark like everybody. Either Mari or Jason were poisoned at some point. That checks out to me. Maggie cannot be demon. She was checked. Neither can Rob then, right? Because Rob was also checked. Because Mari checked. Yeah, Mari checked Taran, Rob, Maggie, and Aysha. Rolls are causing shenanigans. Very much so. Very much so. This is a head scrambler. Similar to how Recluse can register as evil. Yes. I think Mari was drunk. That would be hilarious. That Mari sat there with information and then only spoke up in round 2 and then got out. No. She couldn't be drunk, right? Because she would, if she had nominated the Virgin as a drunk, she would have not died because she would have been an outsider. Oh my God, my head hurts. Anyone else's head hurt? Well, some of you are following this to a T, and to that I say kudos. Turns out I see a camera on. It's time to go. It's time to go, everybody. Let's figure this out together. We're in the end game now.
All right, everyone can turn their camera on. Perfect. All right. In the night, another murder in RHAP Wood Bluff. This time, one Taran Armstrong. No live feed updates for this anymore. Taran is dead.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Okay, that's
Okay.
very bad. Because that means that both of the bad people are still in.
Both of the bad
Oh,
people
why
are
is
still
that?
in.
Yes, because
Why?
I'm the soldier. The only way to kill me is by poisoning me and then also killing me.
I thought it was that
So
you
it
are safe
says
from the demon.
You're safe from the demon. So
Yes.
it means that the minion needs to be in play to help with the kill.
Yes.
Grace, you confirm
The
that?
imp could not have killed me alone. Which means there's a poisoner. And the
Grace,
poisoner is still in the
Can you
game.
confirm that's right, Grace?
Can you
Give us a little bit more on
Or I'm
Yeah.
drunk.
the
Or
soldier?
I'm drunk. And I was
The
never
soldier-
the soldier.
The soldier can't be killed by the demon. They're safe from the
Sol-
demon.
So if he was
Okay.
killed, he had to have been killed by a minion. And we know that if we got rid of Sasha and the game didn't end, then she
Yeah.
couldn't have been.
I have a question, Grace. If the Scarlet Woman became the imp, do they keep their minion status, or are they now a demon?
No, they are the demon.
Lord.
They are the demon. Okay.
Okay, so that follows that rule. Okay.
I'm thinking I'm thinking I must be the drunk, because there's no way with my information plus all of the information that we gleaned
So-
today and me taking the shot at Jenny would have been wrong. So
Okay.
that means
want-
everybody that I
Does this
said
mean
are
Rob is
open
lying
for-
about being the the whatever?
It means
No.
Rob, Jason, and Maggie could all be like some combination could be lying here, right?
Well,
Because they were
Asia
all
too.
kind of
I didn't
Well,
investigate Jason.
yeah.
I investigated
Well,
Asia, Rob, and Maggie.
So
Alright,
Jason, you're
hold
now
on.
next to
Yes,
you have new
yes.
neighbors now because
Yes,
Mari
yes,
died.
yes, yes,
yes.
You're next
Alright.
to
So-
Maggie and Rob.
Assuming that I'm sober, I now have one evil neighbor. and Maggie is my new neighbor.
There it is.
Yeah,
I've
because
been
I'm
saying
the
it.
recluse. Because I'm the recluse.
And how many
Oh,
people are
chicken
left?
and shit.
Grace, how many people are alive?
5.
5 are
Asia,
alive.
Jason,
so we
Jenny,
do-
Maggie, and Rob.
So if we are wrong here, the game is over. The bad guys have
if
won.
there are 2 left.
If there are 2
which-
evil
and
people left.
Grace, could you confirm that the only way the soldier could die is if he's poisoned and killed by the demon?
We don't know the poison.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we know Jenny is good. Okay, this
Yes.
is the one thing. The
Yes,
one thing
for-
we
for
know.
sure,
Okay,
100%.
And that Mari was good.
Mari
Mhm.
was good. Okay, I know.
So was Mari drunk then? Was that
That's
No,
what I'm
it
saying. I
sounds
think
like
I was
Taran
drunk.
might have
We-
been drunk because
Can
Taran is safe from the demon.
If
Taran
I was-
Oh,
thought
so
he
yeah,
was-
if Taryn is
Which-
wrong about his
If
Which
I
could
was
mean-
drunk, that
so
means
it's either
Rob is
Maggie or-
bad.
Yeah, so it's either
Why?
Maggie or Rob because there can't be
Yeah.
a Baron, a Scarlet Woman, and an
I'm
poisoner.
assuming there's no Baron. That's too
Mhm.
chaotic
Too
with this few
chaotic.
people,
Okay.
right? Like there's
Mhm.
not 4 outsiders. Right, Grace?
So here's
Grace,
what
wink?
here it is. If
So we
I'm
have
the
to do
drunk,
Maggie.
Rob
Yeah.
is bad. If
But we
I'm
have to do
not the
Maggie
drunk,
first.
then Sasha wasn't bad and Maggie is.
We have to do Maggie first because if we do
Yeah.
Rob first and he's telling the truth, we lose. So we
No.
kill Maggie tonight.
Well, okay, wait. Question. Grace, because
Yeah.
I was thinking about this. Grace, you said that Rob is not good. Rob is an outsider.
I
didn't say
in
Rob
my
said it.
role. My
I
role.
said that
Yes.
is,
the
yes.
role of the saint is an outsider.
So if Rob dies, his team are the outsiders.
No, his team's the
No, his
town.
team
His
is-
team is
His
all.
team
He's a
is
good-
No,
he's
man,
a good guy
Outsiders is like a subset
I
of
know.
the towns.
Could I have nominated Jenny and then not gotten enough votes, and then could Mari have nominated Jenny right after that and proven that I'm the outsider?
So the saint could
Mm.
nominate the virgin, and the saint would not die.
You could also have
Then-
been bad, I think.
That's what I
Then-
said, Mari.
Yeah. How about
The
this?
virgin
Could
would have already
I,
been
wait,
nominated,
could I
so
nominate
somebody
Jenny
else could
right
have-
now?
Oh, that would.
Could I nominate
It's
Jenny
only the
right
first
now?
time.
Rob,
That
would
was
you
the
like to
first- it's
nominate-
the first
Rob,
time,
would you
yeah,
like
that
to
would-
nominate Jenny?
No,
I
no,
know.
don't do it. Don't do it.
No, it's
No,
only the
no.
first
I
time
don't
I'm
think it
nominating
would've
him.
mattered
Now we
because-
know she's a
No,
virgin.
because then it's too
Outsider
then it's too
and
powerful.
Everyone
That's
knows
okay.
my
Nominate Jenny,
virginity
it'd be fine.
state at this stage
Yes,
of the game.
okay.
Oh,
so.
are we
Asia
overthinking
called
this? And
We got
I'm sober.
Absolutely where I was
Sasha,
I need to
You-
know though. We haven't spoken to Asia like at all.
Asia
about
has
her
told us
role.
nothing.
Nothing.
this
Yeah, like she's
entire
literally been
game.
silent.
Like, Asia, you got to give us something.
I don't have any information.
You were the only
to-
person
Who
that
are
voted
you?
to
how do
save
you have
Sasha.
information?
Yeah.
Well, because I could die.
I think at this point we
At this
reveal
point, we're all
the
gonna
We
roles.
don't-
die, Asia.
Our lives are
We
in your
know who
hands.
everybody else is.
Listen, if I'm assuming I'm sober, the simplest observation is that Sasha was the minion and Maggie is the demon. That's just
Can
the
I?
simplest.
I would also.
But
I
then-
just also want to just make one clarification, just because as I see it, Jimmy Baird is very helpful in noting it's actually not when there is 4 players left. There actually has to be 2 players left for the evil team to win because of the fact that the ghost can vote. It's very common, but essentially it's not going to end if it's
Okay.
even.
So if
It
we're
actually
wrong
has to
here,
be
we
2
don't lose.
players.
So we
Yeah.
we have 2 shots of this, and
But-
based on what Rob could be if he's telling the truth, is we lose the game if we do him first.
It's
So it's
too
almost like-
risky. Yeah.
So I
What's the
think
upside?
Okay.
So I say we
can-
just go Maggie.
Well,
even though I
I
think
need
it's
to
Rob.
know
I
about
think it's
Asia,
Rob.
though. Let's
Yeah,
talk
I
to
think it's
Asia.
Rob over
Asia
Maggie.
tell us what she is. I don't know what could the downside be.
If I tell y'all who I am, can
Yes.
we make an agreement to go after Maggie?
Depends on what you are.
Yeah.
Unless you also say you're the recluse, then we've got an issue.
It's oops all recluses.
Actually,
Taryn, do you have any now that you're dead? Can you reveal who you are? Or
I
Jordan?
did. I was.
said
the
he was the
Yeah,
soldier.
he's
soldier.
soldier. He's
Okay.
soldier.
I still think Asia should reveal.
okay. Yeah, I guess I might be the only one. We obviously have liars, but I'm the monk.
The
What
monk.
does that do? The
Choose a
monk.
player that is safe
Choose a
from
player
the
to protect.
demon tonight.
Who did you
who
say?
have you
Sorry,
been
so
saving?
could tell us who
Hold
you
on.
saved.
Who have you
Yeah, who
chosen?
have you saved
Yeah.
each round?
Yeah. Who've you been saving?
It better be me.
I've saved Jason both times.
Both times.
You can
Where's
save the
been-
same person more than once?
You
Mhm.
wait.
I
So
think
Asia,
that
you've
makes
only
sense.
wait.
Well,
Hold on.
now
Hold
you're
on.
playing favorites because you
Asia,
love
you
Jason.
saved.
Oh, because
But I
we've
saved twice.
obviously
Your
got
podcast
information.
But I have the information though. That's why
We've
she's
been getting
saving me.
information from him, and I felt like he was going to be a target.
Hmm.
So Grace, if Asia saves me, what happens if the demon picked me to die? Or the imp, sorry, picked me to die.
if the monk chooses first. So if the monk chose to save an individual and then the imp tries to kill that individual will not die.
But
And
what
there-
happens when we come back from night? Will we just like
So
no one
nobody
died?
would die.
No death.
Yeah.
And there've been,
Oh.
there've
Nobody,
been three
nobody
nights.
tried to kill Jason.
There've been three
I thought
nights,
they
but
were
the monk,
picking other people.
Yeah.
the monk wouldn't. Yeah, the monk wouldn't act the first night because there's no kill anyway. So it does make sense that there's been.
And
Yeah.
where's Asia sitting? Sorry.
I'm next to
Asia's between
Taran.
Taran and
She's in
I.
Texas.
And
Yeah.
Asia, why did you? And I definitely think it is either going to be Maggie
So-
or Rob. I think more Rob than
So-
Maggie, but we do have
Mari,
to do
what
Maggie.
was your
Asia's
first
been-
investigation?
But why did you vote no
My
for Sasha?
first investigation was Asia and Maggie.
And
And
they were
so
both clean.
it both
But
came back.
but
Yeah.
one of them could be a lie though. One of them could
Jordan,
be-
Yes.
and Jordan, you said you had information you wouldn't
And
wouldn't
if-
tell us that
So
way.
what-
Can you
I
tell
have
us
I
that
don't have
yet?
I don't have information. I have my role. I think at this point it probably doesn't do
Because
anything.
you said it was going
to
to
keep
help
it
the
anymore.
baddies
Well,
before.
It could have potentially helped the bad guys. I was hoping that maybe somebody would try to claim this role at some point. I was the Undertaker, so each night I learned which character died by execution. But since I was killed the first night, I didn't actually learn anything.
Ugh.
Oh damn.
You
So I was hoping someone would claim. I told you it doesn't help, and I was hoping that maybe one of the bad guys would claim Undertaker, and then I could be like, no.
so
I'm
that
the
you could be like,
Undertaker.
nah,
That's such a
me,
great
I'm dead.
first kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, a very good
I
first
have-
kill.
Okay,
Yes,
wait.
yes, Maggie?
So Asia has always been far enough away from Jason
Yes.
that and the people around Jason have been dying by execution, right? The killer has not been killing them. So if Asia could be lying right
The killer
now.
killed Jordan.
Possibly.
Yeah,
killer
they
killed
killed
Jordan.
Jordan. Yeah.
But then how far away were you still from Asia? I'm sorry, let me look at this list.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
and
a
we
Rob, I'm
and
a
Rob
Rob
are
and
in
Jenny away
between
from
Jason.
Asia.
Yeah, so there, unless you go
Yeah,
and
still-
it still happen if
Right.
we vote you out and the game doesn't end and then Jason comes back, he'll finally be next to Asia.
I
Yeah.
bet.
Well,
I think
okay.
And so right now
But I
it's
think-
one, right?
And for Asia,
okay.
Says
it makes
Maggie.
sense. It makes sense for Asia to come out when she came out because we're in a position where she knows it's not her, and it's obviously not the dead people, and it could be Rob, it could be Maggie. It's clearly not. I mean, Jason would have to be playing like the best game ever, and if he is, he deserves to win.
There's no way.
Uh,
There's no way
no,
that's
I
it,
believe-
Jason.
I believe- no, I believe-
Oh, okay, wait.
we know, and we know what Jenny
Yes.
is. But no, what I'm
I
saying
have
is
a
it made
theory.
sense. Wait 1 second,
Wait.
Maggie. It made sense
Okay.
when Asia came out because we're in a position right now where we have 2 kills to get the 2 people that could possibly be bad, which are you and Rob. Yes, Asia could possibly be bad. It could be a good claim. I just think it makes way more sense to get you now, even though I suspect Rob over you. But we just can't do Rob over you because if we're wrong, we lose.
If we
So
have
we
two
don't
bullets
have-
in the gun, we can't do
Maggie,
the one that
you could put-
potentially
you
ends
could you
it.
could get a vote on. I mean, we're probably not going to need it because in the next round you're going to have a ghost vote. You could even vote Rob out in the next round. I'm planning on
Listen,
not using
I-
that
I
ghost
think
vote.
it's
stop
Asia.
planning my execution.
Right.
It's
I
Asia.
would like to call for.
Can I-
if there's
Yeah.
any, yes,
If it's-
Maggie.
if it's
I know, why
Maggie, then
Jordan
we
in
put her
charge?
It has to be
Theory?
Maggie because Maggie
No, can-
guarantees that one is out.
Yes.
Can I nominate and explain my theory?
Would you like to nominate someone?
Yes. Let her
Yeah,
talk.
I want to nominate Asia. And this is my theory, okay? Because Mari, you said that neither of us were the demon in that first round when you checked.
But she's could be drunk.
She could be drunk,
I think I'm
but
drunk, but okay.
Taryn also could be the drunk. I think
Right.
so Mari could have been drunk, but you said that both people were not the demon.
Yes.
What if Asia was the demon? Or what if Sasha was the demon?
And the game would be
killed-
over.
It would be
Game
over.
would have
Yeah.
ended.
We killed Sasha, but Asia was the Scarlet Woman. Because you take over for the demon if 5 or more players are still alive.
How many? Yeah.
Then I would have had to be the drunk, and Rob would be bad too, which doesn't track.
But
Yeah,
Okay,
'cause what
so
would
Maggie,
Rob
you have
be?
nominated
Yeah.
Asia. Asia, would you like to make a defense of your?
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
say since day one, y'all know where I've stood on Maggie potentially being bad. So
Yeah.
I think
She
that
did support
for-
Sasha.
it would be weird for me to claim a role that no one even knew was on the list, right?
Mhm.
But you get the list from Grace, right? Of like all the roles that nobody has claimed.
Okay.
And it's very convenient to say that you're saving the person that is far away from you that is never going to find out that you're bad.
Okay,
Well,
here's
here's
going
the
to. I'm
way-
going to give.
here's
Hold on. No, I'm going to give Aysha the last word just because I
Sorry.
think this is how it's supposed to go. Aysha, it's the last word.
Yeah, I am being honest. And the only reason I kept saving Jason was to get all of us more information.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm calling on you one by one. If you'd like to vote for Aysha, I'm going to ask you. Jenny, are you voting for Aysha?
I am not.
Rob?
No.
Jason?
No.
Who's alive? I have to make sure who's alive.
That's
Sasha, are you
it.
using your vote? No. Jordan, are you using your vote? No. Mari, are you using your vote? Maggie? Yes. Taran, are you
No.
using your vote? No. Aysha, are you voting for yourself?
No.
I believe not half of 5. Are there anybody else who would like to make a nomination?
Someone living, please nominate.
I mean,
Maggie.
I nominate Maggie.
Okay.
Jason nominates Maggie. Maggie, I'll give you a chance to defend yourself.
I mean, I literally said from the very first thing that I said that I was trying to tell everybody that I'm the recluse. I almost said when we got on, does anybody else think that they have a crappy role? Because there's no way to defend yourself because you're going to register evil to some people. Yeah, I'm not bad. I don't know
Mhm.
what to tell you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
And if Maggie dies, so there's
Jordan,
5.
this one's-
Oh, yeah,
this-
sorry.
Yes. Taran, would you like to use your votes to vote on Maggie?
No.
Aysha, are you voting for Maggie?
Yes.
Jenny, are you voting for Maggie?
I think I will. Yes.
Rob, are you voting for Maggie?
Can I say more than just one word?
No.
Then I'll just say yes.
Technically, you've already done it. Jason, are you voting for Maggie?
Yes.
Sasha, are you using your vote? No. Jordan, are you using your vote?
No.
Mari, are you using your vote?
Yes. I'll vote for Maggie.
Oh, damn.
Amazing.
Wait, so does
Put
that
extra
lower the
dirt- just
voting?
put
Does
extra
that
dirt on the grave.
lower the threshold for next round in terms of how many votes you need? Because now there's only 8 voters.
No, because it's only the players. But alas, well, I guess not alas. I will say, would anybody else like to nominate anybody? You still could if you would like. Not Maggie. She nominated Aysha. Doesn't seem like it. Maggie, would you like to reveal how you die? This is something they say in the rule book. Would you like to? How do you want to go?
I would like to be, I don't know, accused of being a witch in the town square. I don't
And then
know.
you burn, and successfully
burn-
they burn the imp, and the townsfolk and the
They
outsiders
burn and
win
everybody
the
is
game.
wins.
Okay.
And I have to give my fellow bad person the biggest apology in the world because I totally screwed her over in the first round inadvertently because I didn't know that Grace was going to give me and Sasha. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh.
Yeah, I gave
It
them the
was both
same
of
bluffs.
them.
They didn't realize.
Oh,
Pooya,
we
let's
were like
bring-
either or. It's one or the
Let's bring
other.
Pooya in and
Both bad.
and we'll host a little bit of
Wow.
an after show here. Yeah. Pooya, you want to?
so bad. Oh my God,
Yeah.
Sasha, I'm so sorry.
It's
I feel
fine.
like
It is
such
not
a
your
dick.
fault.
Oh my God.
Wow.
What were the
know what?
roles
It
that
was
you
like,
guys were
Sasha,
given?
do you
drunk.
want to nominate anybody? Do you want to nominate Mag? No, I'm
No.
just like good. I'm just like this is stupid. I'm not gonna do it.
Let me
Should've been our first
explain-
hit.
Why would I fucking nominate someone after all 7 of you voted for me? Like, what do I look like? It doesn't make sense.
Okay, yes.
Well,
Allow me to explain what happened.
Yes.
Sasha was the imp. So you did
Oh.
successfully execute the imp. However, there was a Scarlet Woman in the game who was Maggie. So Maggie
Oh.
became the imp, which is how Mari got information that Maggie was not the demon.
That is wild.
That's
Oh
wild.
my
Yeah.
God.
That's wild.
Yeah. Some
Great.
other fun things. Jenny was Mari's red herring, so would have come up as
Evil?
as evil, but
Ooh.
Mari never investigated.
Oh,
Jenny, let me
I was
go
just
through
yeah. That's
the rest of
wild.
the townsfolk. Aysha was the monk. Used it on Jason. Jason was the empath. Jenny was the virgin. Jordan was the undertaker. I made a big boo-boo, and it luckily never came into effect, which I gave him the information for sight that he shouldn't have had, and I had to tell him he couldn't do it. And so thank you, Jordan, for playing along. Mari was
And
the
then you
fortune
died.
teller. Yes, Rob was the saint. Sorry. And Taran, you were the drunk. I told you you were the soldier.
Well done. No notes. Beautiful.
Yes.
Mhm.
That was fun.
So I do just have to explain because I immediately when Grace gave the list of 3, like Sasha and I didn't speak, right? Because we
didn't have a
communicate.
Yeah.
So I didn't know because it was the first time we ever played this that Sasha and I got the same list of like roles. So I thought that mine was personal to me, and I just picked.
Yeah, same.
So in a
I
regular
also
game,
did.
actually, Sasha as the demon, the imp, would have gotten the roles and then had to figure out how to communicate that to you, sort of at some point
I see.
secretly and whatever. So yeah, you did get
And
you get
like
the same bluff.
they
Yeah, I
have
just wish
do
we
they have to
knew
lock
that
in what they're
beforehand.
claiming? Or
no, they're
No,
free
we
to-
couldn't. That's the problem. So there was no way of us.
What were the 3 roles
understanding.
that were presented
Yeah,
to them?
yeah, I wanted
So
to know
I
that.
gave them the investigator, which finds out information at the beginning of the game. You find out one of 2 people is evil. So I could have told them
One of
like,
y'all
if you
should
were the
use that one.
investigator, one of Sasha or Taran is evil. The Raven Keeper, that's a really tricky one. If you die, you still get some information once you die. And then the Recluse, which I thought was kind of interesting in terms of being able to use it as sort of.
But Maggie,
I'm
why
always
wouldn't
gonna-
Sasha
Okay.
claim recluse? Why didn't you just be like,
Because of
why
Taryn.
didn't you just
because of
not say
because of
anything?
Taryn.
But not everyone is
What-
gonna
what-
trust
yeah.
Yeah,
Taryn.
what
Like, I
did
think
Taran do?
Putting so
Because
much
I
stock
caught on that she had started to
is
play
a
that role.
problem.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what I
And
think what
he-
happened here, Meg, is you tried to hint that
No
you were
one
the
heard
recluse
it.
in
No
the
one even
first
heard
round. Taryn catches on as maybe the only person who catches on. That's
Yeah,
where
and
this
we
whole
would have just
3
killed
others-
Taryn anyway. So
And
when
then
I
Sasha,
wasn't-
Sasha
panicked.
claims it publicly,
Maggie's like,
leaving Maggie in a
thanks,
little bit of a
Taryn,
tough spot.
for noticing this. This is so great for me.
Yeah. and that's what I was like, y'all wouldn't
Can we
accidentally claim
let's
the role.
rewind. Okay, so let's rewind
Yeah,
to
we are.
when Jason comes out with the information as the empath and says one of Rob and Sasha is bad. I forget. I mean, I obviously watched the whole thing, but my mind is scrambled. Maggie, why did you end up volunteering that info at that point? Like, obviously, Taryn had picked up on some cues. Taryn, did you prompt her about it, and then she brought it up?
No, but I had written down that Maggie was an outsider. So I anticipated that. I didn't know that she would say anything, but I was assuming immediately, okay, so Maggie's 1, Rob is claiming 1.
So then, Maggie, why did you say that then?
Because I'm stupid and I completely panicked. Like, I don't know. Because I was like,
No.
okay, the truth is, I knew Sasha was going to get voted out. And then I didn't want to be screwed that next round, being like if I suddenly people are like, well, why didn't you say something?
Yeah.
I definitely get
because-
it, Maggie. And then also because you got 3 roles and I only gave you 1. I believe I
Yeah.
only gave you 1 other role. So that's a tricky.
But Maggie is
Spot to
so
be in.
good, even if you don't know the rules, because Maggie is such a good actress that I remember from Mafia.
Mafia.
the
Yes,
one
that's
time,
what I was thinking
where
about.
she's
That's
like,
why I
don't know what I'm
investigated her
doing.
first.
Like, I'm not in the Mafia.
can't hear
And then
this.
it was like a big reveal. And that was
Well,
I
we
had in
figured
my
out
notes
Maggie
from early
first.
on, like, Maggie
We-
is sus.
we
But
did
then
it.
I believe she had me believing her again.
That's why you survived.
So that was the interesting thing, because basically it made it seem like it's a 50-50 between the 2 of you. Maggie, I did find you suspicious after that round, because after the voting was kind of done, there was a moment where you were like, I'm still confused. And I was
She
like,
got really worried when I brought up killing her next round.
yeah, I was like,
as well.
Well, but that's normal. If anyone's gonna be mad.
no, it
if
was
you're
because
brought
to
up
me, I
killing
was like,
them.
if both of you are claiming the same role and Maggie knows she's the recluse, there's no confusion. You're
No.
bad.
No,
you
no, no,
must go.
sorry. I was talking about Taryn. When Taryn's saying like she got stressed out. I mean, I would be irritated or stressed out if someone
yes,
killing
she seemed
me.
very upset.
Yeah.
If
I-
Maggie made
That's
really
weird,
excellent kill
sorry.
choices. I mean, I think like getting out
Yeah.
Jordan first.
Did
and
you
I had
know
to
Jordan
tell
had-
Jordan? Nope.
Yeah.
And then
We just
and
knew
then,
he
he
would
knew
talk
more.
too much.
and
He
then
needed
getting to play basically like confusing Taryn. Getting to
didn't
see
stop
Taryn's
him.
Mhm.
face when
I
he got
know, the
killed by the
ghosting
demon
is
was very
hard.
fun.
Did you anticipate that Jason was going to be saved, and that's why you didn't
No.
kill him?
No,
Okay.
I wasn't worried about Jason, because since I have been claiming Recluse, I was like,
Yeah.
well, when Jason and I get close to each other, he's going to say that I'm evil no matter what, and I will be able to, So that's I wasn't
So-
stressed at all about that.
The
So
other-
the funny thing is,
yeah.
so me clearing you, like, also
Yeah.
didn't really help your case either.
I
in a
was
sense.
thinking, why would Grace not pull the false positive on Maggie if she was the recluse, because that's more entertaining and exciting.
Right.
Why would she claim
Yeah.
it to be neutral? So that was also sketchy.
So
And
she
that's
wouldn't
why
she wouldn't be able to claim the negative.
So
yeah.
the other round I thought was really interesting is the second day phase, where we get this dilemma of Mari deciding whether to nominate Jenny, and you almost so quickly and I this is my first time storytelling. So quickly wanted to be like, you said it, you said it. But
Get out of your mouth. What's
I was like, this isn't gonna work.
Is that your final
Yes.
answer?
But then I thought it was really interesting when Rob starts saying, well, can I nominate? And this idea that whether or not how helpful this information is, Rob as an outsider nominating wouldn't have caused Rob or Jenny to die. But then you kind of
We don't learn anything.
what information
But
do you
they
get
would
for
have
that? I
just
thought that was
voted
really
me
interesting.
out, right? Like
Yeah.
that was the problem. Like if Rob just nominated me and then he didn't die, like would they have not voted me and
would've
then
voted you
tried to
out.
have somebody else nominate me again?
No,
like
Rob wouldn't have died, and it would have been either Rob is lying or he's telling the truth, which is obviously the two options, and we would not have.
The other
actually learned
interesting
anything from
thing was that at this last round, y'all kept talking about how Mari could potentially be the drunk. Mari would have, if she was the drunk, Jenny, she wouldn't have died because Mari would have been an outsider, which no one had
that's
gotten
right.
to
The
yet.
soldier thing.
Yeah.
I was like, it has
no,
to
once
be
Mari
weird.
once Mari died, I knew for sure she was good. It was
Yeah.
just the like all the like the fuzziness, the drunkenness of like the multiple
Right.
recluse,
So-
and then whether Rob was telling the truth and how many freaking outsiders we had.
What
And Mari,
put-
I'm really glad you ended up making the choice after even after the deliberation, because I think it's Larry in the YouTube chat is saying that this is a game where actually there are advantages to being killed. You still get to play. You can sit like everybody who was the townsfolk or an outsider. You won the game whether you died or you lived. And so I actually think it was like a really fun play to see. He's
Yeah.
actually saying that like in Mafia, your instinct is never to die. In this game, actually, the ability is like, yeah, you lose your ability, you still get to vote, you still get to talk. So yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
also helped.
Taran
If I
Taran
wish
being
I would've-
killed. Taran being killed gave us the information that there was a drunk in the game because he has no incentive to lie about being the soldier once he's dead.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I wish I would have known about the demon aspect of it, because until I died, I was really thinking that if I wasn't thinking demon versus minion. You know what I'm saying? I was
Mhm.
thinking if they're saying that neither are the demon, that means neither are the bad guys. I didn't think like, oh, neither of them are the main bad guy, but they could
Yeah.
be the alternate bad guy. I didn't think about that until
And it's so interesting that Maggie was and then immediately basically became
Yeah.
my
Well, that's the
God.
thing
Yeah.
too, is
Well,
that
yeah.
by Mari sacrificing herself in the nomination, that moved Jason to Maggie as neighbor, which also gave some crucial
Right.
information to work
Mhm.
out.
That's
So
correct too.
that worked out real nicely there. What put me in a complete blender was, first of all, Taran's face when he was told he's dead, and then
Yeah.
the info of like, oh, I can only die if I'm poisoned and then killed. And I was like, there's no way the poisoner and the imp got together and figured this out, right? Like,
Yeah, I
that's
was like,
wild.
that's such a that. I mean, people killing me is not that out of the ordinary, but I was like, the idea that they both coordinated on me
Well, I
after
was
having
not even.
chosen me at all was just very strange.
I wasn't even gonna bother with you though, because you can still talk. So I was like,
Right.
it doesn't even matter
I
because
thought
you
about
still
that.
can talk. So I was like, no, literally, I just like.
I think that's a different challenge.
That's
to
the
this game
tough
as
thing
well,
with
that
this
you-
game is that if
Yeah.
someone's onto you, you can't get rid of them. There's no shout.
Shut 'em up.
Can't
Yeah, at
properly
all.
silence them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Pooya, like when you said you were like, oh, I could tell you were sus because you started to like double down on how confused you were. It was because I was feeling so guilty about Sasha. Like the second that
That's
I like
fair.
was, oh my God, I felt so bad. And I literally was like, we were asleep and I was at the chat and I was like, what if when we came up, I was like, can we start over?
It also
and
makes
reshuffle?
sense why Sasha was like, there's no need for me to nominate, because like,
Yeah.
what's Sasha gonna do? Throw it on the imp and like successfully get the imp voted
Exactly.
out at that point?
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
or not the imp, but the minion. So
The Scarlet, yeah.
You
It
said
was a
you're
really
petty as hell,
unfortunate
though.
situation because like,
Well, I used to like to win, so
regardless of any other logic or read, it always made sense to take out Maggie
Yeah.
Yeah.
soon after
Yeah.
Sasha.
to just
after
get the 50-50
Well,
done and
lasted a
dusted.
little
Yeah.
longer
at that
though
point.
than
My
I thought it
information.
would.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think you
Yeah.
did
Flick
too,
it with that.
Maggie.
Yeah.
Now I want to say
Oh yeah,
I quickly want
Maggie
to
could've
chime
been
in.
the next round.
The chat wants y'all to know that for pretty much everyone here, but to my knowledge, Jordan, for your first time, they were thoroughly
Yeah.
entertained. They loved it. So there's some people here who've played
Yeah.
like plenty and thought y'all did well. And then there's a lot of us, me included, in the dark, who were pleasantly surprised by how quickly everyone picked it up and how much that helped us pick it up. So thank you. It's good.
Yeah,
Nice.
so this is our first time trying it. There's many roles that we didn't get into, and even that's just from the first Trouble Brewing set.
Mhm.
So there's lots more to dive into, I'm sure, in a future game night. We'll play. I promise these folks 90 minutes, and we're already over that. So
There's expansion packs. There's more.
there are
roles?
more roles.
I
I did
to
it
add in the
once
game.
like 4 years
Wow.
ago, and it's like you need to play many games to really know what's going on. I played 3 games that night. I still had no clue what was going on by the end of the night.
I'm gonna wake
Because
up
I think
tomorrow
this is a better
forgetting
version.
70% of what I just watched straight
Yeah.
up. Like,
I mean, look,
sure.
I played before, and including me, we all confused like the terminology of minion and demon, which could have led us to like not have to sacrifice Mari.
Minion, Demon, Imp. It's very confusing, but
Yeah.
In
the
the
game
brief-
does seem balanced. Yeah.
Yeah, in the brief period of time where I thought there might still be a poisoner in the game, I was like, oh god, that opens up so many possibilities.
yeah, like who got poisoned
Somebody
in the
said it's
other
like, what if there's
round?
a
drunk,
Baron?
that would be much better.
Which was right that I was not going to put a Baron in for the first time of me running the game. But yeah,
See,
there could have
Yeah,
been
like,
four.
that's too
All the
What's
outsider
funny
roles would have been. in
Is
the game.
that when Grace and I talked yesterday, Grace said, "Do you want to know who's what when I do random?" And I was like, "No, I want to be in the dark just like everyone watching." And we talked a little bit about the drunk as an example, and I was like, "Oh, there's 100% Grace is going to put drunk in."
Yeah.
By the second round, I was convinced drunk was not in the game anymore because of all the recluse stuff and the saint stuff.
Mhm.
I should have remembered that drunk is probably in play.
I
But
think in
the
the
fear
future,
of drunk
I mean, you'll-
is powerful
Yes,
enough
yes.
that like that was what was said was like there
Yeah.
could be no drunk, but just the idea that there could be a drunk is enough that it has a purpose.
Yeah, I
even
think
if
the
it's
drunk
not a
is
role.
too fun not to put in
Oh,
the
yeah.
game in terms of especially your first game and then getting to reveal who has been drunk. And I gave it to a really passive role. Like I gave it to you, Taran, because I knew that
Yeah, I
like,
wasn't getting any
there-
fake info.
like I think
Yeah.
for me in the nighttime thing, like I definitely messed up telling Jordan, because like Jordan learned that Sasha was the imp. And then I immediately had to say, like, I actually can't have you. You're not supposed to, right? So I totally
So I
messed
actually
up.
lied. I lied to the town that I had no
Yes.
information.
Yes.
Very
and
good,
but I
Jordan.
feel like,
am curious.
you know, if I'm also trying to balance giving out fake information and when not to, like the storytelling, I don't have to be like, woe is me, but it's there's a lot to balance in the back of the game. So I needed
Wait,
something that was
so-
like a little, more
Wait,
basic.
so Kalish was the execution?
No,
I was
Jordan was
Undertaker.
the Undertaker.
Undertaker.
And he would have learned, if he did not die, he would
I
have
didn't
learned that
die.
Sasha died as the imp. But because he
Wow.
died, he shouldn't have
That
done
actually would have been
But
huge
here's-
for
but here's the
Maggie.
thing. No, I know,
Yes.
because here's why, because I said this in the last round when I wanted to do the 50, when we all wanted to do the 50-50 on Maggie and Rob, I was like, let's do the 50-50. We have to do Maggie first. I thought it was Rob over Maggie because I'm like, okay, she's the bad person, counterclaimed recluse. I thought that meant that Maggie was more likely to be good than Rob.
That's such bad
So
luck.
it would have
because I
actually
think
been
Maggie would have been
bad for the
so
town.
cleared for the whole game if
Pretty
it had been
much.
revealed that Sasha was imp and
Yes.
Maggie was the one
Yeah.
that caught her.
Yeah, she really would have been clear for the
Mhm.
whole game.
But
All right,
I
so
still think we would have had to
Maggie,
50-50 the same way though.
Why didn't you try to kill Jason?
Because I wasn't worried about Jason like finding out that I was bad, because if I claimed recluse, I would have shown up as bad anyways. So I
Gotcha.
wasn't stressed about that. And I mean, I clearly didn't know what the hell I was
Grace.
doing and panicked.
Yes.
There's a question
yeah.
in the chat, which I believe I know the answer to, but just to confirm, you randomized the roles and then presented them to everybody, right? You didn't.
Correct.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, Grace didn't cookie cut and pick and choose who to go where.
No, I didn't. I randomized everything, so everybody's role was random, and that's where it kind of like messed up in the first night. Was I had pre-assigned them, and so I was like, oh, I can give this information. It kind of messed up that first day because some people had like basically the bad team had information they shouldn't have had, and then there was this push to get information from the good people who were should have been good, who had like people thought that Jason should have had information that he didn't have at that point, right? So,
Part of me would have
anyway,
loved to see
yeah.
how the game plays out if Rob gets executed and the bluff is called and he's actually the saint and the game ended like 15 minutes in. That would have been funny.
Oh,
and we would have played another game.
Yeah.
But that's for another,
we could have got more practice.
yeah, that's for another time. Thanks everybody for playing. I will quickly go around.
Thank you, Grace.
No problem.
Yes.
Thank you, Grace.
Thank you.
I think this was a hit. I think we will play again at some point in the
Yes.
future. Let's quickly go around. If you could just give like Your X handles? Is that what we're calling them? Wherever
Never.
people can
Twitter
find
handles
you.
We are not
only.
calling them X handles.
Maggie, where can people find you on your social feeds?
Yeah, people can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads at @MLMorgan_.
Taran,
It's Twitch, Taran Armstrong.
Asia,
Follow me on TikTok, Instagram at Asia like Asia, the AYSHA like ASIA.
Jenny,
At Jenny Autumn on social, except for TikTok. I didn't get Jenny Autumn on TikTok, but I don't do
Oh.
anything on TikTok, so it doesn't matter. Ah.
Rob.
I'm at Rob Cesternino.
Jason.
I'm embracing it. X marks the spot at JAYR1085.
Sasha,
At funsize_04 on Twitter.
Jordan Kalish,
I'm at Jordan Kalish on the platform formerly known as Twitter and also Instagram.
Mari,
I'm on Twitter and Twitch at Mari Talks Too Much. 2 like the number 2.
our wonderful host Pooya.
I can be found everywhere at Pooyism except for Twitch, where it's just my first name, Pooya.
Perfect. I'm on places at Hi From Grace or at Go for Grace, whichever one. Thanks everyone for playing. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time for
Thanks,
RHAP Game Night.
y'all.
Bye-bye.
All right, folks. It's my turn to say goodbye to y'all. I hope you had fun with me. I had a good time. I was learning as y'all were together. Still a lot of confusion. Also very happy to have this gig of being the enhanced spectator role and not any of the roles that were given tonight. I think I would have been in shambles. I think I would have given it away. I think it would have been suspicious. So I'm very happy that I got to go on this journey with you all, listening or watching. I hope you had fun, and looking forward to the next one of these. We'll see when that is. If you are part of the Big Brother community, there's a storm coming. Big Brother 25 is but a week away, and tomorrow night there will be a live recap show right after the anniversary special, and that's going to be a good time. I believe, if my sources are correct, there's going to be a Rob, Taran, Amon, and Mary on to watch or to talk about the anniversary special that's going down tomorrow night. Other than that, we'll be back with Big Brother stuff next week, and you already know where to find me. So hope you all had fun. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.